Alrighty. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? It's your boy Scuzz. We're about to head into another adventuring night on Roll20 here. We'll be joining our group, our intrepid group, in just a moment. Well, hopefully everybody is having a good night in Quarantine City out there. Like those clothes. After this, I might play a little bit more Borderlands 3, trying to do the Mayhem 10 mode stuff. Pretty intense.
Shading right there.
Are you talking via your phone?
Yes, I am.
And I can't even hear you.
It is very faint.
It's super faint. That's crazy.
You can't hear me?
I mean, we can. It's just like it sounds like you're talking from your phone.
A phone?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
You don't sound quite as Colonel as Waboogie did, but Waboog did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the radio host, radio DJ style.
I really can't increase the volume any longer. The only thing, I mean, any higher. But I can try to talk louder.
I mean, we can hear you. It's not the worst, but it's still fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Mr. Bamboozle will be coming in a moment. Moment. Twitch.tv/Guzz. I bit the bullet and made a purchase today for us, which is gonna be just kind of a convenience purchase in all honesty. Which is to buy the bundle of Monster Manual, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, and Volo's Guide to Monsters on Roll20.
I was actually considering just buying all of everything.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, I mean, I have those things, and I like having them as physical, but just being able to have drag and drop statted tokens at a whim, really cool.
Yep.
So, I like that. I was like, maybe PHB, but nah, it's not. The only use you really have for PHB is if you really are using the Charactermancer a lot, and that's basically it.
Oh, well, also dragging all the spells in would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
The common ones, though.
Yeah, but they don't have, like, all the fun ones. It's like, I swear for the SRD, they picked the most boring spells.
Yeah, because they're the easiest ones to deal with.
True. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh. The new,
Where's my beer? Oh,
What?
sorry.
What?
I said, wait, where's my beer?
Everybody panic.
Oh yeah, we're drinking. We got special D&D beer.
Oh yeah.
Did you get more of it, or is it the same one?
Oh, we've saved it. Yeah, we made sure to save at least 2 of each for D&D night.
Nice.
Yeah,
It'll be gone tonight. Don't worry.
Yeah, so we're currently sipping on Dexterity save.
Nice.
It just sounds like some sort of, I don't know, this boy's sipping on Dexterity save over here. Like
Wait, so who's that brewed by? Who's that brewed by?
Bottle Logic Brewing, so it's a Southern California thing.
Got it. Because we just had a
Constitution.
I'll open this on this thing, and I'll take a look at it afterwards.
we just had
cool.
Like a few months ago.
XP tracker. I think you showed this to me before.
Natural
right?
20 was it, or it's like critical hit or something like that? Can't remember now.
I think you said it was natural 20 or something.
Some critical.
Natural 20 Brewing Co.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what they should make? A weed shop or dispensary called Critical Bowl.
Oh my god.
I'm not-
layers
I'm
No,
not
dude,
DMing. I'm not
weed
DMing
shop,
right now.
weed
You
shop
pick a psychic
slash.
damage to start off the session on Thursday.
I know I'm already late. Sorry.
You're like 4 layers deep in the meta of
Dude,
D&D.
actually, that's no lie. That would be a great weed shop slash like local game store combo.
Yep.
Ooh, yes.
And
That would be
also, a pottery shop.
Sure. Yes.
Out of left field. Let's go.
What do you want? A
Well,
pot
'cause you can
pottery?
make bowls. You
Yes,
can make
Could you
a bowl.
imagine walking up to a table and you just see like 7 people at a table and every one of them is blazed out of their mind and has no idea what's happening?
And one of them just like playing with like a mountain of clay, and it's like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
I'm making
Making
stuff.
my
it's-
bowl, bro.
Wrong kind of pot, man.
You're
Can
right.
I use this piece of
Everybody
paper as a piece of paper?
It's everybody is high, playing D&D, and making pottery. All
Pretty
at
solid
once.
combo.
Sounds like a great concept.
Let's do it. Let's all
I'd buy
join
that
in.
for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Ugh.
All right. So, are we still? How much longer, Mister?
Chuckles.
Chuckles.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm
Are you
logged in
ready?
now.
All right.
Yeah.
You in
Yeah.
this shit?
Ah,
Yeesh.
shit. Here
Okay.
we go again.
So we had the quick summary of last time. After typing it up, I realized that a lot of it was basically just there was a solid amount that was in combat, but we all started off with a nice kind of denouement to the heist where you guys dealt with the mind-altering effects that Glimmer placed upon Smiler, trying to figure out how the hell do you explain to him that there's only 6 coins in the entire vault of the Soul Train, and you were able to convince him, or he convinced himself, truthfully, that it was Zell who betrayed him, gave him bad information, gave you all bad information, and after snorting some residuum, he went on a path of vengeance. You were generous enough to give him 50% of the haul, which was 3 soul coins, which is basically gas money for him for the next few days, and he went off in search of Zell, his ex-girlfriend, who betrayed him. Yeah, then afterwards, you were all kind of figuring out what you wanted to do, and Aphelion convinced the group that they should go after the warship that appeared as you were leaving the Soul Train heist, chasing after the Soul Train's engine. And after some brief rest, you headed off in that direction in a goal to kind of retrace your steps and figure out where the hell that thing was. You got a little bit lost, found your way to the River Styx, where you found a crossing, kind of a ford of sorts, with some rocks and stuff going across a shallow portion of the river. But on your way there, Flipsis decided to do a sick trick and ended up bouncing off of a skiff that was on the way, which happened to have some sleeping demons on it. So, after the sleeping demons were kabonged, the combat ensued. And you guys decided to basically, like, you know, get the fuck out of there. But it happened that one of the demons was able to cast some stunning stuff. And that definitely had some interesting effects, basically.
Small hiccup.
Yeah, small hiccups as the drivers became
And
stunned.
A lot of sexual tension.
So, the result of that was getting the fuck out of there and finding where this warship has finally come to rest. And you guys witnessed basically a kind of a rank and file mass execution of a bunch of people. It looks like they were the nobles that were on the Soul Train, probably from the nobles of the court of Mammon, from his plane way down there in why am I forgetting the name? Minaros. Minaros. And you were then approached. You were approached by another angelic figure who asked you what business you had with the Burning Judge. And TLDR, Burning Judge is Aphelion's mom. She is a warlord down here in Avernus and leading a band of all-female warriors. So, where we catch up with you guys now is Adelphi, which is her name, told you guys to wait aboard her ship, her warship, and to basically, once she is done with her business outside, you will be invited to have a chat with her. So, we pick up there as more or less you guys sit on the ship witnessing the summary execution of a bunch of these folks. And something I wanted to actually make apparent this time is you watch as their rights are read to them, that same kind of celestial saying, and it's all, and actually you guys, Aphelion, you recognize it, and you can, as you hear her, and it's a saying that's basically the balance must be maintained. And as you guys watch, you notice that she raises her blade, lops off the head of one, brings another one forward, and she looks at something. She takes something out of her, she takes something in her hand, in her free hand, and looks at it, and looks down at the person in front of her, looks back at it, and lets that one go. Pushes it to the side, and one of Adelphi's knights, grabs a hold of the one by the collar and pushes him away, and you could hear her say in common, "You're lucky this time. Now run as fast as you can, and tell them of the burning judge." And so she goes through the rank and files. It's not like a pattern of every other one. It just seems that there are certain ones that she spares and certain ones that she just outright slays. So after all that is finished, Salamander's dead, a bunch of the other nobles are dead, but some of them are freed. You see her walking back towards the ship. She doesn't have to climb, she has wings. So she just flies up the side of the ship, her and her companion, and the cat just leaps aboard, and the ship kind of creaks under the landing of the cat's large forepaws as they stride towards you. Adelphi looks to Thesra, her left-hand lieutenant, and gives her a curt nod and says, "Take care of the soldiers. I'm going to converse with these folks below decks in my quarters. We'll move as soon as we're done conversing." And Thesra gives her a curt nod and starts kind of shouting orders in common to all the other women aboard. You guys notice that the other women, some of them are more heavily armored. They have kind of a bright burning armor on them. And the other ones seem to be just more like soldiers. Some of them also that seem to be more like medics. And all of them have a kind of gruff countenance to them. They all kind of look a little bit grizzled. Some of them are all eyeing you like they may or may not want to stab you in the back at some point in the future. But they all seem to have immense respect. You can see that they have immense respect for Adelphi. So Adelphi walks up to the group of you, gives you a nod, Aphelion. She says, "Would you all join me in my quarters? I'd love to have a conversation with you."
Well, I think that's agreeable. I look back to the rest of the group. Any objections?
You sure you don't want a private moment?
Yeah, do you need a minute?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you make your way below decks. There's two decks on this ship, pretty big. You can see that there are gun ports and stuff with more of the harpoon flingers. You also see some of the two soul cannons lined up. This thing is armed to the teeth. It is a literal man o' war, as it would be. And you finally make your way back to the rear of the ship, where the captain's quarters usually are. And inside you find a fairly stately room. There's all kinds of there's tapestries, a large wooden table, oak wooden table, with that seems pretty well oiled and maintained. Multiple chairs, couch, and a large desk that has a bunch of maps, different pieces of paper and stuff strewn about it. She walks in and she just looks to all of you and she says, "Pardon the mess, but a leader of a war band is a busy job. Please come, have a seat." She motions to the table for all of you.
I will take a seat.
Lulu flaps in, extremely happy, and really kind of you can see she's almost enamored of Adelphi.
Now, looking around the room, do I see a clock anywhere specifically?
No, you do not.
Okay, interesting.
I spy with my little eye.
Yes.
And how fancy or austere is this space?
It's pretty Spartan. It's not
Okay.
you don't see golden goblets and things like that. It's very, yes, Spartan would be the right word for it.
Okay.
Everything has a place. Everything is functional. Nothing is too like crazy or fancy or anything like that.
There's
And
no
it's-
like trophies or adornments on the walls or any, like arms.
No, the
Right,
only
champion,
trophies that you
O2.
could say are there's definitely like tapestries that are depicting kind of like crusade-like scenes
Mm.
or judging or scenes of judgment. However,
I was gonna ask, is there any deities or celestial like figures that
yes, there's
dominate
both.
as a
There's actually a
worship?
mix. Interestingly, there's a mix of both. You see that on some
Huh.
of the poster or some of the posters. She has some sick Che Guevara. She has a Che Guevara poster on one of the walls. No,
Iron Maiden on the
Marley
other.
on the
Oh,
other.
I've seen this band.
yeah, fucking Brad Pitt Fight Club. No, so the tapestries depict not only celestial scenes of kind of angelic beings, either on kind of radiant crusades or judging fiends or evildoers, also like scenes of redemption. There's also, on the other hand, there are scenes on tapestries of devils and demons. Like the Blood War is a prominent theme on a few of these tapestries.
Curious. Are they in similar styles? Like stylistically?
It's all mixed
Or are they
styles. It seems
mixed
that
styles? Okay.
it seems that these have been acquired from multiple sources.
And no particular god or
None.
divine. Okay,
Nope.
it's just celestial demons and devils and things. Okay.
So she, as you guys sit down, she you hear footsteps behind you, and you see one of the kind of like soldier-looking women, not one of the ones with like the radiant-looking armor or anything like that, kind of comes in and bows her head, and Adelphi says, "Bring some food and drink from the supplies. It seems that these folks probably have not eaten anything of actual substance for some time."
You have real food here.
She nods. Yes.
Oh, there's like there's like a slight shudder and like
Yeah,
Yeah.
because for the two of us, we haven't had us
Nobody.
and Hamon. The others had
I mean,
the.
Sonia and I had the
Oh
feast.
yeah, you had the
Yeah.
feast. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hamon
Yeah.
had to sit austere.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hamon just stared.
Yep. I ate with my eyes.
Wow,
So-
you
really
harlot.
satisfying way.
a minute or two passes, and multiple plates of food is brought. It's nothing that Sonya and Eclipsis. It's nothing that compares to the Infernal Raptures feast that you were presented with, which is, as you already kind of understand, meant to be over the top. But this is, once again, it's like soldiers' food, but not like MREs. You know, it's actual decent food. There's cured meats. There are kind of a hearty bread that comes with it, as
Oh,
well
the
as
charcuterie.
yeah, it's charcuterie basically. Hearty bread, cured meats. There is kind of a heavy mead or like a heavy beer, and yeah, it's a pretty good meal. Hearty meal for soldiers. Once again, a very practical meal.
Definitely eating very slowly, savoring it.
Yeah, you see, Lulu is just kind of sat on the floor, kind of like that, like splayed leg teddy bear sit, just kind of staring up at Adelphi next to her. And so Adelphi looks to you all and she says,
Imagining like Winnie the Pooh.
"Yes, like Winnie the Pooh, sploot, like a sploot set, like like legs splayed out, two
Yeah.
paws, two
Like,
front paws in
I
between
think
them.
more like Eeyore.
Yes,
Eeyore,
Eeyore
yeah.
sit. It's an Eeyore sit for sure.
Yep.
So Adelphi looks to you all and she just says, "So, it seems that you are making a name for yourself down here in Avernus. I could not have helped but hear chatter from some of the demon bands that we've encountered. Even some of the other warlords are calling for your heads."
Well, I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, look at this head.
Yeah,
mine.
look at these heads. They're great.
She laughs slightly and she says, I can see that.
Yeah, we've been a bit noisier than I usually like to roll, but
It's okay to be
Worked out
noisy
so
here in
far.
Avernus. Not many people can hear you. The other rackets are so loud, drowns everything out. But you, as I said, you have been busy, and it seems that you have an interesting companion. She looks down at Lulu, who's just kind of like toots a little bit, like, as just kind of like catches her eye, like scooches back a little bit under the chair of Hamon, and some interesting items. She looks directly at you, Aphelion. What is that on your back?
A pit fiend named Gargoth. To be frank.
There's a moment of pause as her eyes kind of just do that like slight widen, nothing of like great surprise. But she says, "So he's still alive, imprisoned but alive. Interesting.
Yeah. And mostly in check.
Is he useful?
Other than it's very useful, yes.
Good. Keep him."
Don't worry, I keep him in check.
She takes like another bite of her of like the bread.
When she says that,
yeah,
I want to. I guess I just say I'll look at it like an insight check to read her carefully to see if she has either particularly looking for a sense of either disgust or kind of like what's the word? Like I can't think of it. Like like a resolve. No, more like a resolve.
Oh, okay.
Like a resolve or disgust, something like that, to see what her thoughts are about using such a thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because this is also going to probably lead to something I want to ask her in a bit. What's it again? Insight?
Yep.
Mm.
It is literally just a blank slate. You get
Nothing
no
to read.
reading of nothing.
Okay.
She's got no brain.
So she finishes chewing her food, swallows, and she looks at you, Aphelion, again. She says, "Just be wary. There are others down here that will wish to take that from you. I would be careful if... Well, have you been communicating with him while you've been down here in Avernus?"
Yeah, a bit.
Well, you wouldn't have known. All archdevils can hear telepathic conversation down here.
Huh. Well, all I've done is so far is shame him, so I think we're good.
Have you said his name?
I don't believe so.
Well, just be wary. Those who know the name Gargoth would want to free him. She lets like a small smile creeps across her face. She says, "His paramour is a general in Zariel's army. She might want him back."
Oh, you mean Lucille, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of got more the he kind of was a stalker kind of a vibe from the way he was acting.
It's complicated, but just be wary.
I mean,
and she looks at all of you and she says, "And be wary of anything that you speak to each other through your thoughts. Information in hell is one of the most valuable things. All telepathic communication is monitored by those higher up."
That's pretty nuts.
I would like to telepathically
babbling?
communicate to Gargoth, asshole.
He laughs. He just has like that low fucking chuckle back. Just,
You'll find me.
Not likely.
What were you gonna say, Sonya?
I was just saying, like, how do they even keep track of that much babbling? There's a lot of dumb stuff being said all the time, all around me.
Adelphi
Sometimes
nods
for
and
me.
she says, "Kurt, that's a good observation. They have keywords that seem to ping that catch their attention more than others. So just be
So I
wary
would
of what you say."
assume Gargoth is one of those, yeah.
It's a famous and recognizable name down here in the Nine
Oh, you
Hells.
said it.
I said it out loud, not in my head.
Voldemort. Ah!
Say it again.
So-
I think Sango then just kind of be dumb and just lean over to the shield and be like, "Titties," sort of thing.
Yeah.
Then like chuckle to himself and be like, that'd be pretty much it though.
So Adelphi, Adelphi looks once again, just kind of takes in the room, takes in everybody, and she says, once again, smiles at UFL and says, "You do look like your father, and it is good to see you. I wish there was much more that I could do to help you, but my job down here is tough, and, well, I must continue my course and my mission."
Understandable. But as you said, information is one of the most powerful commodities down here. So anything you can tell us that would help keep us, out of the eyes and ears of the higher-ups of these...
I think this is, as your answers, I think this is when Hamon kind of blurts out, because he's been quiet this whole time watching her. And he's looking at her and just kind of cock his head and question, why did you let the ones of gold that you let go?
I've been wondering.
She looks to you and she says, "So you were watching." Well, it makes sense. Executions are a grisly spectacle. She puts an item. She opens her kind of like she reaches inside her coat or whatever kind of clothing she has on. Maybe it's just something that you see like a pocket or a pouch, and she puts a metallic thing on the puts a metallic item on the table, kind of like it's just like a round kind of locket, well, fist-sized metallic object with a glass covering and some sort of device on the inside of it. She looks at you, Hamon, and she just says, "Balance. We must maintain the balance. That is my job."
It's someone who has worked with sort of inquisitions in the past. It's a curious take on it. Would you consider yourself an inquisition?
She says, "I consider myself a judge."
Mm-hmm. And those who are spared, they were not found guilty?
No.
Or were they just
it's a
balanced
different type of judgment.
Hmm.
You see, I am at the... Well, she points to the thing on the table and she says,
"Yeah.
Observe." And you look at it and you can see it actually is... It's a very kind of intricate and mechanical-looking scale. So it's like a scale contained within kind of a circular locket, like almost like a compass sized thing, right? Like a navigating compass. And she says, This shows me my purpose. I must maintain the balance of the blood war."
Look at it closely. She's saying that. Does it on either side of the scale? Does it seem to have any images or?
Yeah, it's got like
iconography?
You through your historical or religious studies or whatever they may be, you can see that there is the symbol for like the 9 hells, the single symbol for 9 hells, and then on the other side a single symbol for the abyss.
I think with that, Hamon would kind of raise an eyebrow, and not like a snarky way, but kind of like, oh, and like, I see. So your whole existence is predicated around keeping this war running, to keep the hells occupied. But who gave you this charge to begin with?
She says, "Well, it was actually a powerful wizard who also has great interest in keeping the blood war running indefinitely. Mordenkainen."
Nah, I'm sure we all know
Yeah,
that name.
that's like a fat that's just like a fat name drop like celebrity name drop. That's stories told time and time again about how powerful of a wizard Mordenkainen was. He's one of the 5 great wizards of history. Mordenkainen is it's as for players, you actually should know that most of those big spells are named after, like Mordenkainen's Mansion, right? Is a spell named after that. But there's also like Bigby. Bigby is another famous wizard.
Yeah, it's like Mordenkainen, Bigby,
like
Melf.
Caleb's Fireball.
Oh,
Milf. Yeah,
Milf.
Milf's minute missiles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 more, but I can't think of them at the moment.
And then I think I'll ponder looking at that for a moment. Unless anyone else does anything, and then look up. Have you ever worked with a devil to fight the abyss.
He nods. When the time is right and it warrants it, yes.
And right now, the scale is swung in the balance of the devils. So you must cut them down.
Correct.
I see.
Currently it
How
is.
long-
And you watch as she says it's complicated and it's an ongoing process, but you can kind of look on the basically like the device has the scales, and there's lines that are lines or markings made from metal that kind of you can see that they are like increasing in like severity, basically. In terms of like the depth that one of the scales will go. Basically a way to like you can discern, you can see like if it gets to this point, this is like that's an issue. If it gets to this point, that's even more of an issue. Those type of things.
Yeah.
So she says there's some wiggle room, and I have a certain amount of time before the scales tip too far, and I balance it the other way. This is where Zariel was wrong, and where she was a fool. She was too bold. She was too foolhardy, brazen even, to think that she could stem the tide of the fiends here in Avernus, end the blood war by charging in foolhardily with those Hell Riders. No, her fall was her own doing. She deserved what she got.
Now, not to sound a sympathizer, we know what happens if the Abyss wins, but if the Devils win and the Blood War ends, what's the downfall there?
Well, then they have free reign to do what they want on the material plane. Abyss is chaos. Abyss is chaos. If the Abyss wins, chaos floods over Faerun and the material plane. Death, wanton destruction, complete cities overrun with chaos. If the Devils win, well, it's less messy, but no less evil. Deals are struck, corruption. Leaders are taken over by diabolic, fiendish deals. Each Archduke of the Nine Hells will have their fingers in all of the pies of the material plane.
You just see Hamon just shaking his head.
So it's a cosmic distraction, is what it is.
Absolutely. There's a reason why the Celestials above and the upper planes do not deal with either assisting or stopping either side here. It's as you said, it's a needed distraction. And as long as it continues, and as long as the ebb and flow is balanced, then the blood war is beneficial. Bloody, but beneficial. Sometimes it spills over. You see its results falling into the material plane. She kind of like nods out the window where you can see El Terrell in the distance, and she says, "One said consequence."
Well, I guess that makes our goal to make some of those consequences a little less impactful on people that are uninvolved.
What good is saving El Terrell?
What good is letting him die?
That will pull
What good
the
is
balance.
saving anyone?
How do you alter the balance in the other direction? Zariel is trying to recruit an entire city to her side. Take that away. Well,
I mean, at this point, are the demons winning already?
you look down at the device, and it's basically kind of balanced in the middle.
So, if El Terrell were to be conscripted into Zariel's army, then the devils would have a suddenly much larger advantage in the blood war, yeah?
He nods.
And
the
what's to stop her from
balances-
conscripting more cities?
This is so.
The balance would be out of whack again.
We already know she was trying to bring another city into hell. It was not just one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, such as the Fiends' recruitment techniques. Yes, that's the way that they swell their armies. Well,
But if we're not stopping them from taking entire cities from the material plane, then this distraction isn't a distraction. It's just a full-on war.
you're right. Yes. I think saving El Terrell would be the right choice.
I have a question
Mm-hmm.
from the perspective not of Flipsis, but more so like, hey, wait, isn't this what was stated before? The way that devils recruit is by pulling in the cities.
No, well, it's by contract, right? So everything the devils recruit is by contract. So that's why, like, El
Well,
Terrell.
but that's what I mean. So that's a part of their contract, and the way that the demons just fucking spawn like fucking bunnies.
Right. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
no mortal. There's no. The only way that demons involve mortals in the material plane is to spread corruption on the material plane. Basically, like to open gates to
basically-
the abyss.
But without those contracts, the devils, like, then the balance is in the favor of demons.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Like,
if
without
yeah,
without
sure. If you
pulling
somehow
in-
find a way to eliminate the way to make fiendish, diabolic deals, then sure. But contracts will always exist. That's just the inherent nature of a devil.
No, but that's what I mean. So them pulling in El Terrell is maintaining the balance.
No, it's not.
Except
Not
that they're
fully-
No,
it's
because
already
it's
at
done by
balance.
Zariel. Yeah, no, it's already at a balance. Zariel pulling them in is trying to bolster the armies of the fiends of the devils in order to
get ahead.
So she's trying her best to do a mass conscription in order to bolster the devil's side.
But I guess the
Okay.
risk then is if we were to reverse that contract and send it back, then there's a massive swing in forces in one go, which would upset that balance that Adelphi is talking about.
It
Is
would
that the risk,
no,
or is it-
not exactly. It doesn't. There's
Okay.
like I'll just say currently the balance does not take into account El Terrell.
Right, because it's not finished.
It's not a done
being
deal.
pulled
It hasn't
down yet.
reached. It has not. Those souls have not reached Avernus and are not conscripted yet. Their deal. They are like considered. They're in processing.
Yeah.
That bureaucracy period.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
They're
the.
kind of
Oh,
like,
they're in escrow, right? Right, Porkins?
Too
They're-
soon.
That
Like,
awkward
my
period where
thoughts
you
are they're
have
like,
money but you don't have money.
It's like they have extended visas and they're just waiting for the permanent residency.
or getting kicked
Tom
out.
Hanks in the terminal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can't go home if I don't want to stay here.
All right, so she looks at you and she says, breaking El Terrell's contract and sending it back to the material plane would maintain the balance, so I can support your decision there. What is your plan for Zariel? Kind of like leans forward, one hand resting on her chin resting on her fist. It's just kind of looking to each of you.
Well, there's part of me that thinks, well, she was Celestial, and Celestial is kin, and we should do what we can to help her, but
Shakes
don't
her
know.
head. She has fallen too
don't-
far. There's a little kind of like a bark of protest from underneath your chair, Hamon. As Lulu kind of squeaks out, "No, she's. I think I know her. I think I know what she still has good in her." Just kind of a stare down of just like, "Oh, simple thing. She has fallen far too far to be redeemed by normal means."
Yeah, but
Where the
sometimes
hell?
you can.
How many normal means are there here?
I mean, I think the goal is extraordinary means. And I don't know, we've done some pretty extraordinary stuff since we got here.
Yeah, like getting here.
If
Yeah,
It's pretty out of the ordinary.
if your plan does work and you're somehow able to redeem this Archduchess of Avernus, what happens then? Their tactical, brutal leader of the fiends of the devils down here is gone. He just taps the device.
Well,
That will swing the balance.
what was the name of the devil that was before Zariel? Was it Bane?
Bell.
Bell. Bane and Bell, whatever. Well, I think our plan is to get Bell back in.
She lets out an audible laugh. Bell, the previous ruler of Avernus.
Yeah.
The second in command, Zariel's henchman. Well,
yeah, I mean, best idea we've got.
Experience is on her resume.
how are you going to... She just shakes her head like, that is a bold move. He may no longer be the Archduke of Avernus. He is still an archdevil. I would be careful with what you do with this fiend. He is crafty. The only reason that he stepped down was because Asmodeus demanded it.
Yeah. And I'm sure he'd do a lot to get his position back.
Do you think Asmodeus will be involved again if we try to do something like this?
Asmodeus is quite busy. The CEO of Hell has a lot on his plate.
Yeah. Just imagine all the paperwork he has to do.
Quite a lot
What
of
do you mean?
paperwork.
They got the lawyers to do it.
That is true. He has a lot of lawyers. No, yeah, Asmodeus, as long as there is a brutal tactician at the helm of the armies of Avernus, Asmodeus will probably be happy.
Then I think that's the goal, yeah? In
I
the
don't know
end.
if I've ever made the goal to actually try to.
Well, that's my goal.
I think our goal is to get Elturel back and to keep the devils and demons out of our own plane.
Well, yeah.
That's the fundamental one.
The goal, first goal is getting Elturel back. Second goal is, in my opinion, and these are the two long-term goals, obviously, would be to get Zerial free of a contract and back on the side of the not evil assholes.
Adelphi looks to you all and she says, well, I can assist you in some ways in this endeavor. Personally, I will not be able to travel with you, but I can provide you... she points to what you now see, a large safe that's in like the back of her office here, in the back of the captain quarters. I do have items of power, of merit that I've collected over the years from fiends, both diabolic and demonic, and other evil adventurers throughout Avernus that I keep here for the safety of the realm. Assume. And well, I am busy, constantly hunting. I do have targets that do need to be eliminated. So, if you do have time on your hands, or trying to figure out what your next steps are, perhaps one of my contracts will be enticing to you.
Wait, you want us to go on a contract with you, a thing we found in this place? I've heard enough about entering contracts with people around here from that old guy over there.
Yeah, I give you a little tap on the shoulder and just give you a little nod.
Contracts meaning bounties.
Oh.
We won't be signing anything, we'll just be collecting money for bringing someone in.
To be fair, I need to go look at our flow chart of our current set of duties to see if we have time to fit one in there. We have the backlog.
This one's more fun.
I mean, I can't argue with that. If you're going to kill demons or devils or whatever,
I mean, it's always possible that we have maybe one that just happens to line up. Do you happen to have a contract on Archon?
She laughs. She says, that fool trying to free Tiamat, cutting off his own hand and replacing it with some vile, withered thing? No. He is too obsessed with his dragon queen. It's absurd. Like a kitten mewing to its mother.
You saying wilted thing just reminded me of one of the other ones. Abi Delzim. That's one of the other wizards.
Abdul Jabbar?
Abi Delzim's
Wizard of the Rim.
wilting. That's the one.
Oh, and then there's
that's his spell.
Elminster is the other.
Yep.
What did John Travolta call Adina Menzel?
Fuck if I know, dude. It's just-
Because that-
Abina
every time you
Bandini.
say that name, it reminds me of that.
Yeah. Well, since you have contracts or bounties, you say they're not binding. I suppose there's no harm at least hearing a few of them. I cannot say that we will take them on. As I look at the rest of us, as we, as you know, have our own duties to do, and as you've also pointed out, and I've heard, we have a bit of a target on our back as well. As much as I'd love to have, growing up, to know that my name would be a curse on the tongues of devils, I would prefer that to be when I'm back on the material plane, not in their own.
She nods and she says, "Speaking of targets," she kind of leans forward and she says, "I feel that." Looks down at the device and sees it's like, a little bit in the direction of the demons, just slightly. Could not help but notice that Soul Train was devoid of its cargo. Looks out the window at your war machines parked outside. And
Maybe the captain has a gambling problem?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that.
could not help but notice as we were capturing the Soul Train's engine and its occupants. Very recognizable tormentor driving off in the distance. Those tailpipes.
We should have got that paint job.
Those tailpipes
Paint spray.
are pretty recognizable. Now tell me, what do you plan to do with your newly acquired wealth?
Well, we've told you what we plan to do. We just I'll pull. What did we have before? Like 10 soul coins.
We had like 18.
Oh, we had as many as 18.
Barely
it's
enough to
good.
feed us for a week.
Yeah, we were running on nickels and dimes. If we're going to be down here for a while and doing some extraordinary measuring, we needed funding.
And sometimes the carrot is more effective than the stick. I'm sure it could buy us things we could not otherwise.
Is that how you got Churro?
What? No, Churro's been my buddy since I was growing up as a young little lad.
Garrett,
Although he
on-
seems to be
on
growing
the
up. But
stick?
carrot,
Oh gosh, now I have the headcanon
Oh.
of Churro having been Hamon's like pet pig that died, and that's why he became a wizard, was
He
to
summoned
bring
it.
back Churro.
Yeah.
I just figured it'd be more
Accidentally
like
went
that.
Inquisition instead of necromancy.
Yeah.
Signed up for the wrong freshman courses.
And it's just dead inside.
Changed his
knowing-
major sophomore year, but
A major party, bro.
So, she says, "Well, as I said, there's gonna be a target on your back. If I commend you for being able to do what you did there. It's no small feat to be able to stop Soul Train, break in, and leave. Pot. Must have had a quite the tactician on your side. Was it that?"
It was a group effort.
She smiles and she says, "Was Smiler involved?"
Yeah,
He won't tell you that.
yeah. It's
She looks at you, Glimmer. What do you mean?
I mean, if he asks you about, or if you asked him about a Soul Train heist, he would not tell you that he was part of it. Or that it happened.
yep.
to his high standards, we failed.
No. An effective Soul Train heist.
Yeah.
I mean, mechanically the tactics were quite sound, but he did not quite think so.
How do you two know each other?
To be fair, the shit that made it work.
Yeah,
was
like-
not-
I didn't expect, someone with your clout and elegance to be involved with.
You do not approve of your
Him.
mother's friends?
He is a.
Uh,
I take pity upon him, to be honest. He.
as we all do.
Yeah, it's kind of a common thought around here now.
I don't.
He has lofty dreams. And he wants. Well, lofty dreams and high goals. He'll do anything to reach
Did
them.
he hit on you?
She laughed and she says, "He's not my type."
That wasn't my question.
Yes, he hit on me.
I didn't ask if you were interested.
Yes, he hit on me, and Thesra knocked him out.
You know, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I could see that.
Let me put it this way, though. He wasn't the brains of our operation, for sure. His plan was to jump his bike onto the train.
To be fair,
That
that
was
was a pretty
it.
cool plan, but it would not have been
In
very
my
good.
head, it worked out really cool.
Slight
Yeah, yeah.
chuckle from Adelphia as she kind of laughs and eats a piece of meat. Of course, he is always the performer. Does not ever have any actual results.
He is a dog.
Wow.
He can actually perform.
I was gonna say.
He talks a big game, but when it comes time, he doesn't.
Quite true. Well, she reaches behind her and pulls a few papers off of her desk and puts it on the table, and she says, "If you are interested in any of the bounties that we have listed out, the Redeemers, or the Redeemed and I, we're, well, up to our ears in them right now. We can only take on so many as possible."
She just put. Does she have like
Just a pile.
those
of
like old timey wanted posters just lying out in front? Or
yeah,
how's it?
yeah.
You know, bullet holes in them.
Mm-hmm. None of them are like, there's not like no pictures or anything like that. It's just descriptions and stuff. And if you take a look at them, one of them is there's, let's see, 5 of them right now that she has. One of them is a kind of she's not gonna like talk it out and explain it all, but one of them is a fiendish devil, an arms dealer, who needs to be eliminated as he is funneling in magical weapons from the material plane to aid the devils. There is a band of marauding orcs led by a demon blood infused orc war chief.
That sounds metal as fuck.
Let's just take that one. We'll decide on it later.
There's also a warband, or a warband / kind of like cult, I could say, of Yenogu, the demon king of gnolls, that has been just kind of like rampaging around Avernus just indiscriminately. There's also
Trying to have a good time.
there's also a rogue bone devil and a rogue ice devil.
Oh, just like they gone AWOL, not following through with their contracts or whatever.
Deserters.
They're like, maybe not following through with their contracts, but more so just that they're not following orders. And a lot of times, like, the orders are what keeps things in order, and when things go awry, that's when balance is thrown off.
Gotcha.
So Delphi says, any of these are free game if you'd like to take them. No time limit, just
If we find ourselves in the area of one of these marks,
accomplish them.
well,
Yeah,
so is the goal to bring in or to kill?
She, for some of them, basically the devils are to be brought in, mainly for information and stuff. The Gnoll cult, the Yenogu cult, and the demonic orc cult or demonic orc warband. She tells you there's not much information you can get from them. They just need to be eliminated.
Yeah.
The deal, I mean, mainly the deal between, like lawful evil versus chaotic evil, where
Yeah.
not a lot
Lawful,
there.
bring him in. Chaotic, end him.
Well, lawful wants to make deals. Demons don't make deals. They just literally fight until they are literal pieces of meat. Metal as fuck, but it's kind of, not good for their health.
That's how it do.
And how it be.
The health plan is terrible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, quite. So she looks around. You can see maybe the meal at this point is finished, and says, "There's not much. If there isn't any other information you need from, you are more than welcome to finish your meal here and rest if you need it. Otherwise, Searing Court must move on."
I do have one question of someone who spends so much time with the devils in their own place.
Of course.
What happens to a devil's contract when they are killed? Here, for good.
Contracts are null and void.
I see.
Her
You're surprised
eyes,
that no one knows that.
yeah, her eyes narrow for a moment, looking at you.
I've spent my whole life in the material plane trying to chase devils and demons from it, but I've never learned what happens when you kill them in their own plane.
He looks at you and leans forward, kind of looking at you through her one good eye, as she does have an eye patch on. And even that eye is like milky and stuff. She looks at you and she says, "Are you tied up in a contract? I can sense these things. It's by nature. I have nothing against it. Trust me. I don't know your history and I don't know what you need to do."
It's part of the reason I got into being an Inquisitor in the first place. And I figured if I'm here, I might as well try to take care of two birds with one stone, sort of. But I wasn't quite sure what the best way to do this was. I have some other options as well.
If you can't take out the devil, the main way to take out the contract is to destroy it.
I do know this. That is one thing I do know, but I do not know how to find it. But I have a way. I have some ideas of where to start with these. Now, to be fair, you've got me some things to think about when you showed me your little balance there.
She smiles and she says, "There's always profit in the bleeding forest."
The woe.
Yes,
We have come from there.
I'm aware of this,
Yep.
and I was
Red Roof,
Yeah.
Oh, so
thinking
you've
about-
met her.
I have brought this up with her indirectly, and it was in my
Yes.
intention to speak with her again.
She is kind of crazy, but she is a very useful resource. Use it wisely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
does she like just
And
good
you'll-
at finding the legal loopholes in those things? Like, how does she do that?
She is a level 20 lawyer. Quite interesting.
I
She-
cast object.
Contract law subclass. God.
Yeah, I mean, so like when a lawyer goes to hell, because all lawyers go to hell,
Mhm.
do they like prestige? Is that how that works?
Oh,
Like,
of course. That's when they reach
Every
their true
level they go,
form.
they... Yeah. I'll look at Adelphi and just, well, at least you have a little bit of understanding of why I was willing to get on board with such a beast.
Of course. I'm
It's really hard
not.
for me to
I
find
am
them.
the judge, but I am not one judge one's decisions on the material plane. My job lies here in Avernus. I don't
And,
see things in. I don't see things in black and white. Let you know
I
that.
do in the material plane, but it has changed a bit for me since I've come here. We shall see if I remain
No,
unscarred.
she
before-
says Avernus is a very eye-opening experience. It changed
Yep.
me, and I'm sure it will
Oh.
change you all.
That actually brings me one more quick question. My pig here, he seems a little different.
You
since we've
have
been
no
here.
pig. Your pig is guarding the coins.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I left him in there as guard pig.
Yeah.
So I have a familiar, a pig of mine.
Well,
he has
Hamon,
been
you
different.
could, if you wanted to, you can dismiss and
Snap
summon
him
your,
in, snap him out, yeah.
Well, now that you know
I
that
don't want
there's
him-
not, or like
Yeah.
hiding the, she knew the coins were there the entire time.
I locked the
Right.
car. It's good.
Well, the other thing is I don't want Churro to be here to hear this. So
So you don't.
No, I was gonna get rid of, or not get
yeah,
rid of.
we're holding a planning for an intervention.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily, not
She-
necessarily,
she-
but
okay.
just asking about like why is this happening? Right?
She,
Because
yeah,
I
so
have some
she
idea.
looks to you and she says, Avernus warps the magic of the material plane. She looks at you, Sonya. She says, have you tried, I can sense from you your devotion, and she kind of like gives a little bit of a smile, and your strength. Tried summoning your steed.
Wait, is that a euphemism?
Shakes her
not in
head.
front of
Yeah,
other people
I've seen
usually,
him
but
do
I can
that,
do
like,
it.
as we can. It's
I have been
Play-
told I am a. Go ahead.
The magic of the 9 hells warps magic that would act normally in the material plane. Your familiar is, well, every time he is resummoned, that is the case, he is affected by the evil that permeates this realm, this plane. If you are truly worried about him, which is, kind of like looks at you quizzically, which is interesting about a summoned magical creature, you know they don't have souls.
I know this.
Then why do you worry? Doesn't feel anything.
Honestly, he's really cutting into our booze budget.
Yeah, he's going for the whiskey stash now. It's complicated.
No, he gets
It's
summoned by
the-
his own every single time.
That's true. Yeah, it's related to the same reason I am stuck with the contract. That's all I want to talk about at this point.
Just out of curiosity, with her talking about warped magic, I'm gonna try just summoning a light, just using light.
Light works fine.
Yeah,
Light is
Specific things that would be.
yeah. I don't think I have anything that would be.
Steed and familiar is
warped.
similar because you're bringing something.
Yeah. Conjure
Somewhere.
animals, conjure any like a lot of the conjuration stuff and
Maybe.
the summoning stuff. Well, summoning will probably be different because you're not creating it. You're contracting it, and so like if you summon a devil, it's not going to change based off the plane you're on.
right. Well, just to be
Whereas like conjure woodland beings, you're creating them.
yeah, it actually there is a distinct list of things that it affects. The familiar is one of them for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I just sort of climb up when she asks. I don't really give a good answer to her.
Mm-hmm.
But I still say, I did ask whether it was reversible. So I don't know if she is going to answer, or if she doesn't, I'm not going to further.
She just looks at you and she says, "The process will reverse when you return to the material plane. It is as simple as that, or something as simple as a summoned familiar."
Is there an end to it? Will it get corrupted to a point where it turns into something else?
Does
Or-
that mean it's not?
She
I need to
nods. No, she nods and she
that it's
says, "That
yours
is
that's getting affected?
what's up."
You cut
Does
out
it
there.
not mean it's not churroso, but it's Hamon's that's slowly warping?
Maybe. That's actually
It's
I don't know.
another
Actually, that's kind of.
extension your
Come on, give me a
thought
like
Yeah.
intelligence, just a straight intelligence check right now.
Yeah, I'll throw my brain at it.
Yeah,
do a vibe check.
we get
Yeah,
no, we get a serious. You get one of those moments where when she's like kind of putting things together. Yeah, this is you. It's kind of like one of those thoughts where like you were. Wow, yeah, this is actually ellipsis or derpy. That's actually a pretty interesting insight. Because it's less so. It's
No,
not
that
really
was
that
like
churro
like
is
a
every
hot-
time churro disappears. Right now, Hamon has probably been equating it to being like, oh, something's happening to him because we're in hell and he's coming back because of like the evils that he's done. But now you think about it, and you're like, wait, no, he's summoned by my magic and my powers. It's me.
It was me the whole time.
It's and then we get like and we get one of those you get like one of those kind of fucking flashbacks, just like the eyes wide open, like mouth agape, as every action that has led to Churro's destruction, and like a majority of them have been at like Hamon's orders.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hamon ordering
They
him
all-
suicide bomb.
They basically all but well,
No, it's all but maybe like one of them where like he was run over, I think, or something like.
yeah, because I used them as a distraction. used
Run
them as
over by
literally,
glimmers specifically.
a bomb.
He hit me.
He
He
jumped
He
out.
just
He was
walked-
off the curb. No, but it's actually so. How does Hamon react to that? Like it's an actual. That's actually a really interesting thing, and it's a moment of probably a decent moment for Hamon here.
It's going to take some, especially for someone like a Mona or a wizard, it's going to take some more deep reflection to come to a real thought, but it opens up that thought process. Okay. Although I think he's subconsciously poking at his dagger at his side right now.
Now, did I mishear earlier that she mentioned, like, you pointed to the safe and mentioned, like, having magic items and stuff? Was she offering, or was she just, like, bragging?
No, I'm sorry. It's an offer for
Reward?
completing contracts.
Yeah, that's
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Payment. She says like these contracts will not be worth any gold. I do not carry and my soul coins I need to keep to fuel the engine of the warship. But some of these magical items that I have in there, I'm willing to part with for completion of these bounties.
That does bring up a point. You mentioned you need the soul coins for your mission, and we first saw you targeting your own bombardment on that train. What was your purpose there?
She smiles and she says, "It's all fair game, and you won. Got to them first."
There's a little like yes off to the side.
Oh, I'm just
Joe, I'll
glad
be
that.
next year. I'll give you like a low high five.
Yeah. So our actions were karmically neutral. It was destined to happen.
If we didn't do it, someone else would have. Therefore, it's okay.
Mhm.
Oh gosh, you could get in a lot of trouble with that logic.
Yeah,
That's definitely hell logic for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely.
that was hell logic, boys.
Well, given that they're like fighting to literally balance karma, more or less, like, yeah, we didn't affect anything in the short term.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There's a heavy knock on the door, and then followed by an even heavier knock, like a poof. The door opens up and you see Thesra standing there, and then looming behind her is the giant feline companion. Kind of like a low comes from the whatever this. Thesra looks up and she says, "Delphi, we must make haste. Yeah, our next target is far from here, and the redeemed are ready to make way."
So, before you go, any of you or your girls been maybe a little too good, need to get a little bad?
Sonya.
Thesra walks up to you, and you can tell she just has like no fucking shit. She goes up to you and she attempts to just grab you by like the scruff of your armor, just like grab you by your armor and lift you up.
Nice.
Whoa.
Do you resist?
I think it'd be kind of like
not that strong.
I
They're
feel
kind of
you
like-
should be yeah, baby.
She comes in hard and fast.
wait, is this Sonya's fetish? I
Is
think-
Sonya so dominant of a personality that he just needs to be dominated in bed?
I
Is
don't
that-
know.
is
What
that
is
what
your
I-
reaction? What is your
himself?
reaction? As like there's a moment here where it's kind of like Thesra is walking forward. She grabs you by your chest plate armor and just kind of tries to like pull you up towards her face as she's snarling at you. You can see Adelphi is kind of smiling to herself, just letting this happen. And there's a slow growl from the large feline at the doorway.
I think Sonya would give his best like finger gun, like cheesy smile with the chin out to try
Yeah.
to resist it.
Give me
So just
a
strength check.
yeah. Well, for that, no, that's definitely
Okay.
either like a persuasion or deception check.
I'll use my inspiration to persuade this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. There's is this a persuasion of just like haha kidding
Just kind of-
unless
Unless.
she
I
looks at
mean,
you
like, I don't think it'd be just like, it'd be very obvious to be like the unless side of it, because Sonya wouldn't, he wouldn't be worried about being blown down by that sort of thing, right? Because he knows he won't be.
Mm-hmm. So she like you give this kind of like cocky apology almost of just kind of like I totally was kidding and like, you know, not even my type of thing, and she like plonks you back down in the seat forcefully. The low growl from the the large cat outside drops out. And Thesra looks over your head at Adelphi and must be going, Adelphi. You done speaking with these travelers? Adelphi nods and she says, I think our business is concluded here.
Yo, how do I like get it? Do you guys are you taking applications? You know, I don't know how long I'm gonna be in hell.
Adelphi looks at you very kind of like knowingly and she says, You would make a good redeemed. You know, most of my crew.
Is that a compliment?
Her eyebrows, one of her eyebrows raises and she says, my crew at one point were all criminals, marauders, doers of evil deeds.
And they found their redemption. I get it.
She nods. She nods and she smiles. She says, fiends aren't the only ones who have contracts.
Noted.
So you're saying there's not exactly an application, but like I could still sign something and...
She nods. She says, if you feel your course is charting you to a dark place, you're more than welcome to find redemption here with the Searing Court.
I'm less concerned about where I'm going. I'm more just thinking this feels like home. And this is a nice easy medium.
She nods. Well,
Don't tell me
if you ever need another home. What was your name, young tiefling? Looks at you, flips
Flip.
this. Flip. If you ever need another home, don't feel anywhere else. There will be a home for you here on the Searing Court. Redeemed are a group of abandoned and forgotten women, but they have a home here. So the as you all get up and kind of say your do the whole say goodbye and things, Adelphi, you feel her hand. You feel her hand on your shoulder as you're all kind of like heading out of the cabin. She says, "There's one thing I wish to give you, my son. I do have regrets that I was not able to be there for you as you grew from a child, from the baby that I knew to who you are today. And it looks like you have chosen a strong path. My blood burns bright within you, and I'm sure it will only get brighter." And she squeezes your shoulder, and you feel a warmth well up from within you. And she says, "Take this gift. It's not much, but I hope it will help." And she bestows upon you a 1 cast per day divine favor.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, spicy.
Fancy.
Not crazy. It's divine favor is just a level 1 spell, but it is apropos for Aphelion. Upon activation, you concentrate on it, and all of your weapon attacks deal an additional d4 of radiant damage to your target.
That is kind of flavorful. Just a touch.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Because yeah, that's like very much.
It's a way that you can activate. It's like another activation of your like stack. I mean, it stacks on top of your divine or your ASMR thing as well. Your ASMR activation. So.
Yeah. Now here's the question: is that SRD?
Yeah, I think maybe. I don't know.
We will find out.
SRD.
So, is there anything else you guys want to say to Adelphi or anything before she kind of like walks back? She goes back to her desk to kind of like go over her paperwork or anything. Is there anything Glimmer, Flipsis, Sonya, or Hamon would like to to say?
From about the time Sonya tried his advances, could I have started the casting for hallucinatory terrain?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Where are you going to
Should
cast
finish-
it, and what are you going to do with it?
Right on top of us. It should finish by the time we're like getting back into our cars.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to make within 150 feet of this just rolling waves, seagulls,
Oh, cool.
islands
Get a real-
that are blasting by.
Yeah,
Real-
A
so,
very Wind Waker theme.
right.
Nice.
So as you guys, get to the cars, you guys all of a sudden you see that like swell up beneath the large warship. And actually, interestingly, there's a brief moment where it kind of looks strange because two large kind of like doors open up on the sides of the warships, and two Devil's Rides come out of the warship, like their outrunners appear, basically. And
Can I make those look like ski bits? Like
yeah,
jet
I was about to
skis?
say they're basically it ends up that they look like jet skis. As this happens, there's kind of like cries from the deck of surprise, of confusion, and Adelphi comes out, and you just see her smiling, and she gives you as the warship starts up, and you can see the Hellfire engine, the furnace fire up, and the green flames spew from the engine in the back. The sails flare up, or the sails get full of like whatever wind there is, and the large tires start to chew through the earth of Avernus. Delphi stands at the back of the boat and kind of just gives you one of like the not like a salute to the forehead, but like the hand over the chest, like closed fist over the chest salute to your group as the warship pulls away off into the distance. Before it leaves, which contract would you guys have picked?
Do we have to take just one?
No, you can take multiple.
Yeah, I would say we just take them all, and if we happen to be in the area of
Our quest
Them.
log is getting pretty full.
Yeah, this is literally just go up to the bulletin board, take the board with you.
yes.
You're gonna get the quest log full. Please abandon quest or set a new one soon.
Yeah. All right. So at that point, you guys get back into your cars. You jump back into the fucking demon grinder, unlock it. Weep, weep, as you get back inside, and you just see Churro slowly eating the corpse of Amrik.
No, Ulrich was eaten by the.
Oh, the bag.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing just
No.
the leg.
Sorry. Churro's chewing on his leg because I remember that there was still the leg sticking out of the bag of devouring.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's where we take our quick break as the warship, as the Burning Judge's warship with the Redeemed and the Searing Court pull off into the distance, leaving the derelict Soul Train engine here, like basically fucking just left it.
Fucking littered problem
Yeah.
in hell.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, is the Soul Train still operable?
yeah, we can. You guys are more than welcome to check in on that right after this break, as we take a break, get more snacks, get more drinks. As you,
Guys, I think we have a new flagship.
Yeah. We need to hook Glimmer up with a flame-throwing guitar and at this point, honestly.
Dude,
Yeah.
imagine how infamous we'd be if we just are the group rolling around in the old Soul Train. Like,
well, we'll figure that out afterwards.
Yeah,
So you
we
guys
will.
can inspect it. There was something
As
that
soon
I.
as we're
There was
like
something.
hard on
There was a
our
key
back
thing that I mentioned previously that you may have to. That may bring up. But let's take a quick 10-minute break as we're going to grab more drinks,
Break.
grab more booze, and grab more snacks, and we'll be right back.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody who's still hanging out. We'll be right back as we take a quick break here. 10 minutes on the clock. BRB. Everybody hold on tight. Somebody like yelling outside right now, and it's really fucking annoying. But that's okay. We'll deal with that one later. Let's listen to Zed's Dead at the Room Service Festival. This is sick. All right. Be right back. We're back. That's a fucking jammer, dude. +20 years of birthday presents. Yeah. He's giving back to him. Okay. No, Alexander disappeared. Rip Alexander.
I think it's 1d4 per level.
Huh?
No.
No, that's
never
what.
mind.
No, it's only
Never mind.
1d4 no matter what level.
It's just 1d4 no matter what, which makes it worse. But I would do it every other level. It adds a d4 personally, but I didn't balance the game. They did.
Alrighty. Folks. So, we got everybody back, I believe. Mm-hmm.
Not Derby.
Other than Derpy.
I mean, she's chilling.
I'm here. I'm just listening. I hadn't unmuted.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so...
I'm still painting.
Yeah. We're back on the main map. So what's your goal? Where are you guys heading? What's the deal?
Archon's Tower, yeah.
Joke?
I think that's still the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Alright, so... you all watch as the plume of dust and debris wafts up from the back of the giant warship. Its kind of low guttural scream echoing off into the distance. And you guys get back in your war machines. Flip, would you want to put your bike back in the bone? Actually, no, it's kind of full right now. Well, It's not super full. It has 8 tons of carrying capacity. It's kind of a lot.
Yeah, I'm
like
thinking
weight
more
versus
square
volume,
footage.
though. You know.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so
We wanted to look at the train. The soul
oh,
train.
okay, yeah. So you go and you go back and you check out the Soul Train. Its large heavy treads with like fucking snowshoe kind of spikes or like snow tire spikes on them. The cabin is cramped and filled with all kinds of strange mechanisms, gauges, and levers. And you notice the furnace is cold. The fire in it is out. What are you looking for?
Place to stick soul coins.
There is none.
Fuck.
You remember Mr. Smiler telling you, actually no, it wasn't Smiler, it was actually Zell telling you that the Soul Train runs on soul coal.
Yeah.
That's right.
Alright.
More powerful.
More
Less refined.
it's basically
Yeah,
diesel, right? It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell Diesel.
Yeah, it's
That's
if
a Ford commercial.
yeah,
Good old
if
Demon Diesel.
Demon Diesel, right? You do, however, Mr. Aphelion, something that does catch your eye is a quarter-filled tank of Demon Ichor.
Well, let's get this into the back of the grinder.
Okay.
It's in the
have
tank,
a plan.
right?
It's in a tank. The tank is attached through tubes and various other mechanisms to the main engine of this Soul Train engine.
Nice,
Well,
nice,
to
nice.
siphon this out, someone's gonna have to suck on a hose, and
Nope,
your mouth's
we're
gonna
not
be
doing
full of
that.
demon.
Nope. We just
I was bred for this sort of thing.
actually
I
we
was like, I got you.
can we
We'll take
can
turns.
we run this thing on the demon Ichor, or does it have to have the soul coal? It would run hot and fast and wouldn't last long, I'm sure.
And it
Just
wasn't
like
as fast as our machines, right?
No, it was
Yeah,
not.
well, this thing's probably tanky as fuck, if I had to guess.
Try shooting it with an arrow and see if it hits.
I try shooting it with an arrow and seeing if it hits.
Ironic. Go ahead. Yeah, that hits. Bing.
Aim more poorly.
Right? I'll aim more poorly. I'll pick up my arrow and I'll do it again.
It explodes.
Rip the train.
I mean, the train's just getting plonked.
Oh, there we go. Did that miss?
Yes, that definitely missed.
Perfect.
All right, so it's got some beef.
It's got
Actually,
some beef.
no, that did not miss. This is the.
Oh.
Now that I'm thinking of it, this is the way that these that the vehicles and war machines work. Is they have severely lower armor depending on if they're moving or not, and so a giant train engine stopped gonna have some pretty fucking low armor. You don't really know what it would be like to try to shoot it if it was moving.
Right.
I mean, you look over this thing, the different pipes and things like that. The tank that this imagine it's not like just like a clear tank. It's a big infernal iron tank with a kind of glass panel in it that just is like the kind of level reader, you know, and it has a couple of lines just etched, fucking drawn into the glass itself. You can definitely tell that it is pretty much a handmade, bespoke thing that probably the crazy salamander engineer put in there. If you want to try to get it out and salvage the remaining, it's a good amount of demon ichor still in there. He used a good amount of it though to try to catch up to you guys.
Now, do you think if we were able to tow this thing to the shit, what's the name of that? The bazaar.
Are you talking about the bazaar, or would you want to go back to Fort Knucklebone? The bazaar has the guys that are mechanics, but Fort Knucklebone has fucking Chukka and Clonk. Those boys be good.
That's right, yeah. Okay. Well, we should try and get this thing back to Fort Knucklebone.
I've been quiet this whole time, and I'll speak up. We have essentially a target on our back of having robbed the train. Do you really think it's going to be smart to drag this thing across the plains of hell? Even if we can move this thing, look how heavy it is. I think it's better we just leave this and try to continue on our way.
Now
as much as I have to fight demons and devils.
Imagine you hear about this new gang that's coming around. It's like, oh yeah, they got the normal vehicles, then whatever. Now imagine you hear them. They robbed the Soul Train, and they took it, and they made the lead vehicle of their fleet the Soul Train.
That does come with a lot of clout. I do like it. But it seems
are we trying to wait? Maybe I'm lost. Maybe I've lost the way here. But are we trying to become warlords of hell? I feel like we don't want to try to.
It will help us along the way.
It will lower our random encounter chance.
I'm not convinced
that's the thing.
train is
People
gonna be
will
worth the
steer
effort,
clear
but-
of us if they are lesser. We will only have to deal with the big assholes that we're going to have to deal with anyways. It'll give us a better chance at more soul coins. It'll give us...
It gives our enemies more time to find us? I don't know. I do not see the value in this.
Well, that's because you're boring. No offense.
What? I missed that. Someone used text-to-speech in our Discord and just drowned out everything. And they muted.
Boring.
I said that's because you're boring.
Maybe we can just take like a pipe or something, like some recognizable part from this, and like slap it onto one of these machines.
So you look at it. If you wanted to, you could easily take the fucking cow catcher off the front of this thing and stick it on like the tormentor or something like that.
I want the whole thing. I'm a completionist. I gotta collect all the collectibles.
Okay. So have we even tried to move this thing yet?
It's also
Yeah, do we even have like a tow cable? Like,
I have an idea.
No, she's trying to get in. One sec.
I'm gonna like mess around with the controls and see if I can figure it out at all. So if I can maybe drive this thing.
Messing around with the controls. Okay. They're stuck and cold and don't move. Like yank on one of the levers, doesn't budge. Pull on one of the chains, does nothing.
There's no like ignition that I can see.
No.
Do I see a lever that looks like it would drain the NOS into into the engine.
Give me
Gain
a
acre.
investigation check.
I will use my inspiration on this because I want this thing.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, you look around it, kind of trace the cables and trace the different pipes and mechanisms that connect the large tank of Demon Ichor to the main engine furnace, and you find a lever that looks like it would do the job.
I do the job. I pull the lever.
All of you hear a as those who are outside of the engine begin to see a large green pool of liquid starting to pool out and around the base of the Soul Train engine.
I'll step a little bit further away from it.
Does not seem like that's where that's supposed to go.
Actually, and I want those outside just because this is fun. We haven't had to do this yet. Give me dexterity saves as, like, let's say Hamon. Hamon Glimmer Sonya flips this. I'll roll for flips this.
Where are my
yeah, I'm
portent
nimble,
dice when I
huh?
need them?
But +4.
Ah!
Yeah, and all of you will get a +4 for
Okay,
being
tell me what I
close.
get.
Solid 10.
Okay. Oh wow, solid 10 from Hamon. Very good. Glimmer's fine.
Very
Sonya's
good.
fine. All right, Hamon. I need you to roll me something.
We
Give
need
me a
to flip
quick.
this roll.
I did.
Yeah,
I rolled you. You rolled a 9.
No,
What?
no, I didn't.
Why not?
Lucky? Did you use all your
You
luck?
save.
Wait, my luck is gone.
No, yeah, your
Yep.
luck is gone and you save, so you're okay.
Oh, I save with a 9. Oh, I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9 +4. Yeah.
Got it.
There we go. Perfect. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, Hamon, as you're not paying attention. You're maybe looking up at the cab. Then you look down. You see this green ichor pooling around your boots.
Don't worry, guys. Con's a dump stat.
Hamon's gonna die in a freak
Ooh!
gasoline
16.
fire.
Yeah.
Gasoline.
Yeah, free castle.
Roll me a D100.
No.
You're roll me a D100.
D100?
Yeah.
Do-
Okay.
Oh,
So
lots of ones.
you watch as the stuff pools around your ankles. You start to feel it burning into your boots. And you step away from it quickly, and you look down at your hands, Hamon, and you watch as your hands start to go, and you can feel the bones like crunching and breaking as they almost start to like form into these claw-like appendages, this like sharp talons, but then they revert back to their normal forms.
Come on,
Now-
what the fuck was that?
I'm staring
So,
at my
like,
hands.
I'm
Aphelion
looking
in
at, like,
Aphelion in
the-
the cab, you like look in and you see with that investigation check, you found the lever and you pull it. You look into the furnace because it's like just like a normal like a train. There's just like a big open like furnace, and you look in there and it's currently just cold. There's no fire in there, no burning, and you can now see the green ichor like dripping from a tube in the top, and it's just you like look in there and you can just see that it's just kind of fallen through the metal. Not that it's burned through the metal, but more so that
This thing is meant to hold coals and then dump this stuff on top of the coals rather than
not just that, but metal. This is an engine this is a cold engine right now. So everything has contracted. Basically, like all the there's
Got
gaps.
it.
There's gaps in all the
Got it.
metal and stuff like that.
it's
so
meant to run hot. Okay.
yeah.
It's
So like
71.
yeah,
of
so
sun.
like if
No.
that's when it's running hot and you pull that thing, it works fine because the furnace is hot and expanded and all of it is like sealed up nice and tight. All the same way that like most things that run hot take into account the fact that the metal is going to expand a bit. So yeah,
No.
you're like, oh shit, and you look outside and you look out the window and there's a pool of green ichor like absorbing into the ground of Avernus.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey.
Get me out of this.
It.
It's me,
I have an
Silas.
idea.
Yes,
I have an idea.
Wait, they're okay now.
You're good.
Yeah,
Um,
don't know what happened, but my hands, they sort of went weird. Now they're okay.
So, Hamon, that green stuff of yours.
Of mine?
Yes, the green shit you found. The residual.
Ah, yes.
It can
it's
be
mine.
used for a magical component for something. Yeah,
You're not
oh,
going to try to
yeah.
use it as soul coal if that's what you're going.
I want to try and use it as soul coal.
You're not going to be able to use it as soul coal.
But I thought it had to be for like a spell, and this is.
Yeah, it's more of a
It's
it's
not.
more
It's
reagent
not.
versus-
It's not any material. It's a magical reagent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and a
it's
magical
like-
reagent for this magical vehicle to magically move.
Soul coal is definitely not
It's
magical.
literally soul.
There is no
Wait.
soul.
in that
That's-
coal hole.
How does magic get into, or how does a soul get into coal without magic?
No, it's called soul coal, but it's not actually souls. It's the unrefined like metal or like metallic components that the souls are then captured and forged in. It's like it's the lowest common denominator. It doesn't have any. This thing is literally a train. If you guys wanted to go and find fucking coal and try to throw it in there and light that shit up, then maybe this thing would work. But right now, it's an inert object that would need to be towed.
So it just sounds like Factorio with extra steps.
Yeah.
Great.
Plus,
We have a
that's
sending
for
stone
the-
back to. We have a sending stone back to
Maggie?
Maggie. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a salvager. She literally has a war machine that's built for this.
Sure. Let's
Yep.
turn it into
Um,
her.
yeah,
and
we'll call AAA.
ask for a favor.
Yeah. I will.
Trade-
I will call
yeah,
triple A or
let's
triple
call,
M.
Use it
Okay.
as a bartering chip. Get some value from her. Don't use it for ourselves.
What do you send? What do you send to her?
I pick up the stone and it's
Little
what,
skull.
25 words, right? The little skull,
Sending
okay.
stone is you just cast sending, so
25 words, yeah.
Is sending bigger than that? I don't remember.
sending
It's-
25 words or less. Yeah, message
Yep,
is the one
25
that's
words or less.
quick.
So it's gonna be, and message is short distance.
Yeah, you have to
Um,
either see or be within 120 feet.
Yep. So I think I'm gonna say we're by this fist, right?
You have no idea where you are on the map.
Oh well, I mean I see a fist there
Fist
though,
or-
where we are. Do I see any landmarks nearby?
You see the
Oh,
sticks.
I see the sticks.
Yeah, we're
Alright,
at the stakes to pick us up.
Yeah, we're. I'll send it to the Maggie. It's like, we just crossed the river Styx from, because I think the last thing we saw was the crosses, right? The Harmon Sill.
You saw that, but then it was a while since you got there. I mean, distance and area here is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say to her?
I would say we're along the river Styx, or I guess we're along the Styx. We have a vehicle that needs towing. The Soul Train, which we robbed. The engine could prove useful to us.
You're maxed
Does
out.
this count as telepathic communication?
It absolutely does.
Wait, it does?
Of course it does.
No, because it's not telepathic. It's not brain to brain. It's between the
Oh
two.
no, you're right. You're right. It
objects.
is. No, you're right. It's between two objects that
Yeah.
then speak the thing. If it was sending to a person, like if it was sending to a
Oh,
specific
so
person,
the walkie-talkies versus
right?
the-
Walkie-talkies
Okay.
versus that.
Yeah, I
So
was thinking it's the
there's a
same
reply that says, "Oh, a soul train, you say? Ooh, caught a big one. Just like I said, you have a target on your back. If you got the engine, I can make use of that. All right, finding your location now."
sonar. Beep beep beep. Oh,
Yeah, stay on the line for 3 minutes.
yeah.
She
I
casts.
wave.
She casts scrying on you guys.
I
Sick.
wave to her.
Yeah. She's got it.
Right.
We'll pick it up and take it back to Knucklebone.
But what if instead we sold it to Malhari?
I think it's gonna prove more useful when we kit it out. And
You can kit it out.
Like,
You
we
can do
can
whatever
go
you want to do
slower
with it.
yeah. So pretty much I'm gonna like when we get back there, I'm gonna be like, hey, we need to get this thing running on soul coins as opposed to the soul coal if we can.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to fucking armor the shit out of this thing. We need to get it weaponized.
Fat tank, and then you just run it
we
through
need
stuff.
to yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be like a demon grinder on fucking steroids.
So
Except
you're
it
able to
won't be
send the
able to move
message.
very
You're able to
fast.
send the message to Maggie. She scries your location. Give me a quick perception check, Sonya.
Okay. Nailed it.
I'll say whatever. Fuck it. You had advantage because I want this. Basically, she's scrying your ass.
Nice. Oh yeah, you have an advantage on being checked out, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the sixth sense of someone staring at your ass.
I
Oh,
think,
actually, it's a
you know-
wisdom. No, it's a wisdom saving throw. Sorry. Go ahead and make a wisdom
wisdom
saving throw.
Oh yeah, he's got this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. So you totally sense it, and you feel the scry on your ass, on your glorious ass, and do you allow it?
I think that it would be one of those things where the only response something would do to this would be, you know, how wrestlers will they'll dance their pectorals.
Yeah.
The butt cheeks.
That would be ass.
Bounce
Bounce
the
those
booty.
butt cheeks. Very good.
Let's make that number 2 of things I can't unsee.
Yeah.
I think it's great too because he's just wearing like plate armor or whatever, so no one else can see it. But Sonny just kind of smiles to himself, like,
Yeah. So yeah, she scries her location, knows where it is, and we see a shot of in Fort Knucklebone. Mad Maggie's just like, "All right, boys, get in!" And she hollers out to her Barnabas, the Flame Skull, along with Mickey, her Golem, and the Chukka and Clonk jump in the Demon Grinder, and you see like half a dozen Madcaps and like basically a dozen Madcaps and Redcaps just literally like latch themselves to the side of the things, and they just fucking take off out of Fort Knucklebone towards your location. No idea when they'll arrive. They're probably far ways. So, you look at this thing; it's pretty much inoperable right now. And you notice that, like, now that it stopped being towed, it has slowly kind of sunk, probably like half a foot into the kind of soft dirt of the upper crust of Avernus.
Hello.
Hopefully they get here before it's completely submerged.
it's probably fine.
Yeah,
probably
we're fine.
Well, it doesn't
Worst
look like
case
it's sinking
scenario,
any
that's not a
further.
problem.
It's not like sinking any further. It's just kind of like
Okay.
it's like when you're like towing like a trying to tow like a large vehicle or something like that, and then it just like you stop the tow, and it's like towing something through sand. It's just gonna sink a little bit. It's not gonna like go all the way down. It's just kind of like settled. So, Derpy, mute your phone because I hear myself.
You know what?
See? Stop. Okay. I'll do this.
Oh,
really
I
quick.
forgot the
No, you
mic.
stop.
Yes.
No, you.
Okay.
Can I just go there?
No, it's fine. So you guys head out. You start up the engines, and you end up heading off into the direction of where you think Archon's tower is. So, Leader Sonya, give me that 2d6, please.
Yes. Oh, we're going.
Nice. I don't know if you've been able to tell, but that's a good thing. The when you actually match your those dice rolls, that's when things don't go well.
I had not noticed that.
Well, no, you didn't because, well, it was mainly like the last time it just took you longer. It takes you longer to get to locations than normal, basically.
Okay.
Or actually, the bone field was an optional encounter that happened because you rolled 2 matching things.
I blame
Oh.
the bone field on
Derpy.
no.
Oh,
I was
on
gonna say
Hamon?
that. No, Smiler.
On Smiler. Oh, okay.
The guy who was like, "Hey, if we go in here, we definitely won't die to a fucking worm."
Yeah. Well, no, you didn't know that. It's fine. Yeah. So you guys head off in the direction that you're supposed to be going in. Sonya taking lead. Flips is driving her demon ride, and the monkey muncher following closely behind. It takes a little while, and it kind of gets to that point where you got that inner feeling of yourself that it's time for you guys to get your long rest of the day. Would you like to take your long rest?
Yeah, it's been a long day.
What's the location we're at? Essentially just more general beat up ass plane.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ritually cast our tiny chapel.
Yeah.
so,
So,
there should be enough for all us to fit in next to the cars.
the not going any further. Oh, it can't go any further back. The this is why this is not gonna work if you're just sitting here singing into the mic. Okay, so you guys set up your camp, and you end up getting kind of like circling up the vehicles. You cast the tiny hut. Is there anything anybody would like to do before you turn in for the night? Or for your long rest of whatever twilight there is in Avernus?
Uh,
I think Sanga would spend some time with his sewing machine trying to find, whatever scraps he can to start, like, putting, like, a banner together.
Okay. Give me call it a performance check with dexterity as your modifier. So just whatever are you proficient in performance?
Nah.
Okay, so it's
Nah.
D20 plus your dex.
This one. Not actually that dexterous.
Nice!
Yeah, but 4.
Yeah. No, that's solid. So you taking the scraps of what you can, maybe some bits and pieces of what was left over from like Omric's clothing that was not fully consumed by the by the bag of devouring. You start to put together a first attempt at a nice little kind of banner tapestry. I would say you probably get halfway done with it before it's time for you you start to feel exhausted and need to get your rest.
Nice.
Okay.
I
Anybody
would
else
like
want to do
see-
anything before you turn in for the night?
I would like to see if my barbarian, my horn of summon Viking metal recharges.
Yeah, roll that d6.
that
I forget
D6?
what did we say it was? It was on a 5 or a 6?
I do not remember.
Yeah, 5 or 6. So roll a d6.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
You hold your horn close to you, stroking it, and it does not call to you.
As one often does before sleep.
Yeah, but it does not. You don't see the runes light up. The power does not infuse back within it. You'll have
I
to.
don't hear the melodic sound of Man with a Plan playing from inside.
Yeah, exactly. You don't hear that. You don't hear that.
Dude.
Should have rolled with inspiration.
Dang. Yeah, Hamon, anything you want to do?
Yeah. How long would being ready for this? Oh man, I can't talk. How long would I have getting ready for a long rest to work on a spell in the spell book? And I'm
2
looking
hours.
So a cantrip's 2 hours, so I could get a cantrip in there then.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to add the spell message to my cantrip,
Okay, cool.
and that is technically telepathic communication.
It is.
So I learned something today, so I have some tool that I might be
Yeah,
able to
you
use.
guys know that everything in hell is wiretapped by the FBI, and by the FBI I mean the Archdevils.
The Federal Bureau of Infernalness.
Yeah, it's actually I think
No,
Adelphi.
it's the
I think the
Fiendish.
Fiendish Bureau of
Yeah.
Investigation, yeah.
Destroy, we are just on the same page in this thing.
Yeah, so
We are.
Adelphi would have made it clear that it's not just like a archduke or archduchess. It's an archdevils have the ability to do this. So somebody
Totally
such
have to
as
throw them off the trail, though. Too.
Well, that's exactly why I'm taking it. I
Yeah,
have
it's just
ideas
like
at some point.
meet us at the Blank for the
Yeah.
heist on the
I mean,
Blank.
more subtle than that, but yes, there's probably
throwing a
uses we
bunch of hot words, hot keywords, and things like that.
Yeah.
could- Shift of paradigm.
Fucking pepper your
Disrupt-
Google search with terrible things that the
Just
NSA is like.
disrupt
What?
the industry of hell with new mind Bitzel coin.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, shit like
Doctor-
that.
Or
Archdevils hate him with this one simple trick.
Yeah.
All right. So
I was thinking just be like, yeah, when on the chime of the 5th bell, we're gonna rise and seize the means of production.
Seize your means of reproduction. Wait. Hold on.
got him.
Nice.
Wait, yeah.
Dude, That's just a fancy way of saying grab his dick and twist it.
Yeah.
Give me old
Seize
dick.
his means of reproduction
Seize
and twist it.
All right.
But, yeah, but anyways, there is intention to use this later.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll think through, I'm gonna think through how to use it.
Would Glimmer like to do anything before a break? Or before a rest? Okay. Belion?
No.
I would probably try out my new spell before going to bed.
Yeah. You give yourself divine favor, and this is a thing where it could be anybody, right? It's not just you. It's a
Actually, it is self.
Huh?
It's self. I can't put it on anybody else. The spell.
Yeah, you think of this. You use the spell, and you feel the celestial blessing of like Adelphi upon you, and it is that it's like it's a mother's warmth, and it is a but then it like turns into that kind of like burning, like radiant energy that just fills you. And yeah, you just kind of like feel it. You feel it emanating from within.
So give that a little try out, and then I find Glimmer, like, at some point, I'm just like, hey, Glimmer, that's kind of weird, yeah? That whole thing today.
What do you mean weird? Like pirate ship in hell weird, or like you found your mom weird?
Like, I found my mom weird, and it just, I don't know, felt natural, and I wasn't expecting that.
It felt natural, but it was weird.
Yeah, like, I was expecting more awkwardness, you know?
Maybe, but I mean, you are something of her, so maybe it was just right? They're here
Right.
fighting karmic forces. Maybe it was just something that was meant to be. It was part of the balance.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Sure, I
Fate.
am. I have
Fate.
a high intelligence.
I mean, you definitely give it your best.
What else can you do?
Yeah, that's fair. Right. Night.
Roll over under like Hamon's shoulder.
I'm sitting there like reading my book, like okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just a very tiny chapel.
To be fair, yeah, I didn't find the way to make a bigger one. To be fair, yeah, very comfy in here. To be fair, in my college days, we could fit a lot of people in here at the party. Don't worry, it gets cleaned every time. I'm gonna go sleep. Bye.
Hold up. Can I use my light cantrip to make a black light?
Yeah.
This license has been cleaned.
Oh,
It's fine.
Sonya, quit summoning your steed.
Hey, what a man does in his bunk with his steed is his own business, okay?
All right.
It's like one corner of the
Go
chapel.
into chapel.
Does the Flipsis Does the Flipsis do anything before long rest?
I'll watch Waboogie stroking
What?
the horn.
Glimmer?
I'll watch Glimmer.
Oh, hello.
Stroking the horn that I longingly love.
But
that
Troll
I
has a
longingly
gun.
love to blow successfully.
But you can't
someday.
use it. Yeah.
That statement sounds so terrible.
That is quite terrible. I would agree. All right. Well, so you guys turn in for the evening. Is there any, or like the evening in quotes? Is there anything that you'd like to? Is there anybody who would like to stand watch or anything like that? Because I mean, you do have your hut for protection, but you're we
have a lot of cash.
Yeah, you have a lot of cash in quotes outside.
Oh,
yeah,
can we
can't-
split the coins
Wait.
between the cars?
Wait. What is the size of the tiny hut? And
Enough
what
to
is
fit 6 people?
enough to fit 6 people?
6 people big.
We can put the dome in the demon grinder.
I think it's technically like a 20 by 20.
Yeah.
The demon
let me
grinder.
The
link
demon
it.
grinder
Let me
would
link
poke out of the top.
Here's technically what it is. Oh,
Sweeping
10-foot
like a
radius. So it's a
parking
20 foot,
garage.
20 foot diameter circle.
The demon grinder is 20 by 20.
So it would just cover the whole thing, but it would not be able to fit inside because it's larger.
It's
than
a dome. It's a dome.
It's
The
a-
demon grinder has spiky bits that poke out of it. The demon grinder is closer to a 20-foot square than it is.
Right.
Yeah,
And
but I mean more that because I don't think that would matter really. It wouldn't like cut off the parts of the demon grinder. Would it?
Doesn't cut it
Yes,
off,
I
but
think it needs to be an open area.
no,
Is
I'm
it
not
need to be,
gonna.
like,
Yeah,
solid?
The
I'm not
spell
gonna.
fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures.
Yeah.
So, creature opposite dome can move through the.
Okay, in that case, I would say we take all the loot off and put it in the dome with us.
Okay, so as you guys are you're setting your camp up and getting ready, I need all of you guys to give me a let's see, give me a dibba-dibba-dibba-doo. Which one is
Snort
this? It's a
people
DC
in
of
here.
some sort. The fuck is it?
Oh, a spell
Well, we're
save?
removing a
Spells? No,
fuckload
this is.
point. Right? That's
Yeah. I'm just looking. Oh, yeah. Everybody, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Sonya, stay close.
Yeah.
Don't forget that you have like 12 advantages.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I just
Derpy.
here and I'm staring at it and I'm just like. Damn.
Yeah, you have advantage on this, so I need to give you advantage on it on a second roll.
Advantage on the first 8 rolls of the night.
Yeah.
Nice.
Glimmer's like, yeah, I locked the car.
Okay, so
It's fine.
Sonya, Hamon,
But I
Glimmer,
didn't get to.
Aphelion.
Told me.
Aphelion.
No.
Okay,
That's
so
12.
Aphelion, Aphelion fails, Glimmer fails, and Flipsis fails. So
Fail with
Yeah.
Wait,
an
a
8?
flip this with an 18?
with an 18, sorry, no, she doesn't fail. It's just
I was
Glimmer,
like,
Glimmer, and Aphelion. I need you to each give me a D8, please. Roll a D8, please. Okay. Okay. So, let's start with Glimmer. So, Glimmer, as you kind of start moving things around and settle in for the night, where is it? Okay. You suddenly feel that everybody around you is extremely trustworthy. You are super eager to accept others at face value at all points in time, and you now have disadvantage on wisdom, on insight checks.
I love that. This is the most unglimmers.
Mm-hmm.
This is
How long does that
this is permanent until otherwise noted.
Oh.
Ooh, and it's not something that would be like we would notice at all, right? It's not like a magic.
No. This is just like a There's nothing. This is just
Oh.
Aphelion.
No. Where are we right now?
Aphelion. This is too fucking
hell?
fitting. This is way too fucking fitting.
Oh,
You are
great.
compelled to collect anything and everything of mild value that you can. Simple
Yeah,
trinkets
it's
stumbled
no
across
change.
must be gathered and carried if able until you're at your carrying capacity.
Oh my god, that's gonna be.
Okay,
gonna be
do
so
I,
much,
as the player, get to
There's gonna
determine
be so
what I
much
consider
junk in that
valuable?
trunk. Ah.
I mean, if it has like copper value, you probably want to
Yeah.
grab it.
Like, okay, if it's like worth
Yo, this
1
is
copper,
pennies on the
do I have to
material
grab
plane.
it? Or is it like I don't have to grab like a piece of chalk if I see it, do I?
Hey, chalk is
I'm just-
valuable. You ever work
I'm
with
just
kids?
giving an example of like super cheap stuff that like the monetary value isn't even something you
It's up to you to play this how you want.
Okay.
You
I'm
determine
gonna
how
play
cheap
it.
is.
Here's the thing. I'm probably gonna play exactly the same as I have been.
Yeah, right.
Just maybe a little
Okay,
bit more.
so-
I was like, you should take it like a little bit extra.
All right. So you so
I'm extra all the
Glimmer and Aphelion suffer some ill effects of the fact that you guys are in the presence of over 100 soul coins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, am I
We're
still evil?
napping with the devil.
Then I would
Okay,
have
wait.
an effect.
Yes, you're right. No, brother, it has no effect on the Flipsis at all. None whatsoever.
Yeah, so
All
why'd
right.
you make me roll
I
that?
forgot.
I wasted one of my
It's
fired
fine, you-
audiences.
We can take that back if we want to. Okay. So you
We
guys
won.
move all the coins into the hut, what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
So
move them.
all the coins go into the hut, and you guys are all kind of camped out. Who's going to be like watching first?
I will.
Okay, a Flipsis, along with.
Hamon will too, because I'm probably still
Alright.
working on.
Flipsis and
Transcribers.
Hamon take first watch. So as the twilight kind of maintains its average light, there's no real night. Others just kind of snooze in their individual war machines or just on the ground or wherever it may be. Flipsis and Hamon, you sit there, and each of you are you taking like a attentive watch? Would a Flipsis be taking an attentive watch, or would you just be dicking around? Same thing with Hamon.
I would probably be taken around.
I'm attentive, and I have Churro helping me out on the other side.
I'm attentive to dicking around.
Okay, so the rest of the folk are resting here.
I'm watching you all sleep. I'm not watching what's around.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Hamon's working.
Give me a perception check.
Stuff. Yeah, he's working through all the stuff he learned and thought about today.
I'm gonna try playing with Sonya's sewing machine.
Would Sonya have left that out, or would he have put it away?
I don't think he would have put it away, because why would someone here try to steal it?
Oh, actually, by the way, can I get an advantage on that because I have Churro helping me technically on the other side of the counter?
The other side of the counter.
Ah, yeah,
A
old
help action.
9/11 combo. Shit.
Yep. Your eyes, you squint against the twilight and the wind and the kind of dust that's purveying all around you, and you see a glow slowly getting closer.
Oh, from which direction? Like the way we're going, or the way we're coming from? Or
It's just general.
general glow coming closer.
Like
From
the
every
horizon.
direction.
Yeah. It's the Monty Python style thing where it's just like something's getting closer.
Flips, if you're not
Or is it the Robin Hood Men in Tights thing where they'd never get closer?
Oh,
Oh,
it
is
is.
it-
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Well, it's Simone Python too, where Lancelot's like running at
The guy's running at the castle and he's just
yeah,
like,
and then,
Oh.
like the guards are looking. He's like, is he getting closer? Nah, and all of a
I
sudden
don't
he's
know
just
why. I thought that was Robin
That's
Hood.
not right.
but
He's just killing him as he runs in, right?
For some reason, I mix those movies up. Men
Very
in
different.
Tights and they're themed similarly, and they have similar comedy.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, Mel Brooks. Same. Anyway, it's not here. They're there.
Okay,
Look,
so
look back to Flipsis. There seems to be something out here. If you want to help me look, I can't quite tell. If you're done playing with that
What?
sewing machine,
What?
look over there. I point vaguely in a direction of everywhere because there's light apparently coming from everywhere.
no, it's not light. It's a pinpoint of like slowly growing brighter.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
it's
I
coming
point
from
in that
the
direction.
It's coming from a specific direction. Yes.
Okay. It seems to be
coming
coming
from
closer, but there doesn't seem to be grassing somehow. I don't know. I don't understand. You see what that is? Can you take a closer look? Can't quite tell.
If I'm like,
If you're like, what do you see?
Duh.
You have advantage on this one. You see also just a kind of a burning glow slowly getting
No,
closer,
we
and it's
are
kind
the
of
Monty
bouncing.
Python
It's like
guards right now.
it's the source of
I'm
the
gonna
fire
be
is
like,
just like
it's- it's bouncing. You said the source of the fire. Do I know it's fire?
It looks
Yeah,
like
that's-
it's glowing embers. Yeah, like a fire.
Okay.
It's like an orangish color to it,
Yep,
then, like a
orange
fire.
color to it for sure.
It's calcifer.
What?
You
Okay.
slowly seeing
The
it starting
little
to get
the little
closer.
fireball. That's really.
Oh.
Should we I'm gonna. What do I have? I'm gonna mage hand. I'm gonna mage hand out, and I'm gonna be like, step.
Okay, as you mage hand out, you notice that your mage hand. This is the first time I should have done this before. Whenever you guys were using mage hand, but you put your mage hand out, and you see a kind of clawed mage hand here in front of you.
No,
Spicy.
Yeah,
I'm Tiger King.
this thing still bounds towards you.
Hold on. Whoops, I have an idea. Please, hold line, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a thing. I'm gonna cast a spell again, kind of a I don't know, priesty looking action, and I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye. I'm gonna start moving in that direction.
Okay. Show me
there.
where that is. Invisible, blah blah blah. Eyes, normal vision, dark vision. Okay, you start moving in
it's
that
like a
direction.
little,
you see
yeah.
bounding towards you a hellhound. Just.
Ooh, how far out is it? How far did I get before I start seeing it?
It's now about 60 feet away from you.
Oh shit. Okay.
Can we-
I'm going to drop the vision from that and look over. What the heck? Wake up! We have to fight.
What do I have?
I don't know why, but I believe that you are telling the truth.
I want a thunderclap. Like,
All right, let's
I
roll
don't have
initiative. Let's roll initiative.
What do
as
I have?
Are we
everybody
in the
wakes up.
dome? Aren't we in
No,
the dome?
you're not in the dome. No. So
Sonya doesn't have his armor on for this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's full heavy armor. He can't sleep in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Good
Yeah,
point.
I haven't slept, so.
Yeah. We're in this to win this. All right. Roll initiative for me, folks.
Look at this scorpion
Gonna do it naked.
stuck on a wall.
Go get the scorpion then. She got killed. Jesus.
You have died.
Naughty.
Or you died, Flash.
Why did nobody tell me I was rolling this wrong thing?
I don't know.
It's your job to make sure I play the game correctly.
Thought you were.
All right, Goblin. Speaking of which, Loba is absolutely your character in 8.
Wait, I have advantage on like
It's
4
skill
more
shit.
rolls.
Yeah, it's. Don't worry about it. Do that.
Oh, is that from the stream thingy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Root of all beers is like Scuznugget's wife. You're gonna be happy instead of Derpy. Well, I wasn't in stream, so I
No.
guess he couldn't anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Is Root of all beers still here?
No idea. Hamon, you're up first. You see this thing bounding towards you.
Okay. A little taken aback, but we're gonna go ahead and do the good old fashioned. I don't know. Shit. Let's yeet my dagger at it. Wait, how far away is it?
60 feet away.
Okay,
Oh.
so it's further than this.
No, it
then.
needs to be further than that. You're right.
Okay.
Like it's like out there.
Now the magic's dancing dagger can't take reactions, right? So if I threw it out in the way, it would not get a reaction if it runs
Correct.
past
Yes.
it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do. Since I haven't done this yet before, and this is before the long rest, I'm gonna cast Hex on that bad boy. Give it a disadvantage on. I don't know. Dex saves.
Okay.
Or just Dex. Anything dexterity. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
So the 2 nasty-looking fiery pokers with veiny blackness on it fly out.
Yep.
Ooh.
They both hit it. Wait. Is Hex a bonus action?
Hex is a bonus action. Yep. And Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, so it should be able to do both. I can't do the other combo. You're right. Scorching Ray was a bad.
Yes, you can do this.
This is the second round. Yeah. So
Alrighty. All right. So yeah, those both hit.
Okay. 9 and 2
Okay. Very
and
good.
5.
Okay. So
So-
10 from the Hex, and then
20.
minus 11 from the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's solid.
Good one. And then Churro's just gonna like sleep. Yeah, he's not even awake at this point. Passed
Right.
down his old demon whiskey.
I like it. Alrighty. You hear a whistle out from the distance, Hamon, as a shot gets fired upon you.
Fuck.
Sniper, get down!
A 14 to
Down,
hit you.
Mr. President.
Actually, no, it's an
Oh.
advantage. So it's still a 14. You don't have your mage armor.
I don't. Has it been over 8 hours?
Oh yeah.
I'm at, technically. What am I? Do I have mage armor built in on this? No, I'm at 12. Which I will again reaction cast shield. For that. So I see that coming in. I'll go ahead and deflect that shot.
Okay, you hear the whistle.
Yep. Gotta make sure.
Okay.
Oh man, I am almost gone in all my spell slots. Boy.
Helion, you're up.
So we haven't gotten long rest, yeah?
Nope.
This is the very beginning of the whole.
Very
Would
beginning
we have
of it.
gotten a short rest because we had sat
Yeah,
for quite
you
a
can
while?
have a short
here?
rest.
Okay.
You,
Okay.
you had a short rest while you were
Everyone other than
well
We're all during the whole meeting.
during the talk with Adelphi. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, we are going to cast. Well, I'm gonna use action to do. If I can fucking find it, it's this guy. Spread my wings.
Okay. Wings emerge from
And-
your back.
Okay, so the thing for flavor with the divine favor, did that count as my use for that for the day?
No, it did not.
Okay. Okay. Then bonus action, I'm casting that.
Cool.
And I'm flying up 30 feet.
Okay, up in the air you go.
And looking to see what I can see with my special eyes.
Okay. If you want to, yeah, go ahead and go ahead and do a perception check as you scan the horizon.
What?
Okay. You see the hellhound bounding towards you guys.
There's a hellhound coming in, guys.
no.
Okay.
Oh shit!
All right. So the
You didn't
hellhound.
fill us in.
Hellhound racing towards you guys. He is quick as fuck, dude. He gets up to here. That's he has a 50-foot run as he bounds forward and he is going
I was
to
under attack by other things too, right? Didn't I?
Sounds like a sick dog.
What were you saying,
No.
Hamon?
I would say, well, I definitely mentioned that we were under attack, but I mentioned that I was also getting shot at. Or would that be something that I was
No.
too busy? Okay.
It happened after you said we're under attack, and
I
then
mean, would I have?
Okay.
yeah, Eclipses definitely would have seen a shot come out of the dark or out of the distance. All right, fire breath. Here comes a fire breath on a 15-foot cone in front of him. So that's going to be on Churro, Hamon, and Eclipsis.
Churro's gonna be
Churro,
banned.
no.
Churros becoming chicharrones.
All right, so each of you need to do a DC 12 dexterity save, or take six, or take this damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 19. So that toasts. Churro is toasted.
Yeah, Churro's gone again, I'm afraid. So I take the full 20, or
You
full
take
19.
the full 19, and then here is once again advantage on this one. A 16 flip takes quarter of that. So halved is 8. No, halved is 9, and then halved again is 4. Okay. Okay. That was his turn. So he is missing that, and he needs to roll for it next time. Sonya, you are awoken by a blast of heat in the distance as the Hellhound barfs hot fire on your companions. Churro is just toasted. You look behind you, Hamon, and you just see Churro just give you a salute as he disappears in a gout of flame.
Yeah, I'm definitely having a little bit of a existential crisis moment for like a half a second watching it occur.
Yeah, especially after what you just heard.
Ramon, your tiny cat died again.
I know.
I'd say I'm sorry. Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, these things work now.
That's awesome. Is that the burning?
It's burning hands, but it works for a 15-foot cone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sonya, you get up, probably just you and your girded loins, your armor at your side. What do you do?
I think it would just be kind of like, well, that's really not gonna work for my beauty sleep. I'm gonna need to put that out. I'm gonna just.
So you stride forward in your underwear.
I'm just kind of like, Ramon, avert your eyes. Flips this, avert your eyes. Everyone avert their eyes. This
I'm
blinded
looking.
lesser men and women.
I like that the
Wait, you're
arcane
not-
eye is out there somewhere, so it's looking at you though.
I really doubt Sonya would wear underwear to bed. I'm pretty sure he just.
I also
Sleeps
doubt
naked.
Sonya would tell us to avert our eyes.
Oh, it's okay. It's the reverse psychology. Okay, he learned a new trick.
He's growing intelligent.
No, don't look at my genitals.
Oh no!
Don't look, I'm so bare.
Oh no, I trapped my giant condom.
Giant- Magnum dong.
Is that? I mean, because we all had like the bathhouse being in the campaign. Everyone's seen
All right,
Sonya
so,
strut around.
As an
Anyway.
FYI, Sonya, your armor is equal to just 10 plus your dex modifier.
Yeah, so 11.
All right, cool.
Well, I
All
have-
right,
I still
so
have
you,
my
you
shield, right?
stride up to the Hellhound.
Plus your chin,
Oh,
Mike.
yeah, you would still have your shield.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like no, I ain't like that, boy.
Okay.
No.
Swing once, miss.
Twice.
Swing twice, hit.
And then the second one, I'm gonna schmote
Okay.
on top of it. Is it just 2?
Oh,
The Hellhound is indeed a fiend.
Okay.
Okay, an additional 23 damage. This thing is looking very rough.
Teabag aggressively at him.
Teammate aggressively on him.
by the way,
Literally.
the arcane eye I summoned actually is not something I have to look in or out. It just passively gives me information. So it's 60 feet out. So just if there's anything that comes within 60,
Sees nothing else. Oh,
Nothing else.
it passively gives you information?
yeah, it does. Like a third-party drone kind of a thing.
It's a good spell.
So you put
It's
it out.
got
What was the?
SR
Let me look at the
71.
range on it. So you
Yeah, I just
you
linked
put
that
it
there.
out. I see it. 30 feet out. So
I
you
moved
put it
out
30 feet
one
out.
action. Then I
And it
moved
can
it
see
that
up
action.
to 30 feet. It sees nothing.
Okay, so it's 30 feet from us, looking 30 feet in all directions.
Yep,
It's like a
it
little,
sees nothing.
Okay, Yep. Yeah, just letting you know it's out there because I didn't realize that's how it worked. It makes sense. It's a fucking level 4 spell. Yeah, that's pretty
Cool.
It's pretty good.
It just hangs out there.
Lasts an hour too. Well, as long as I don't lose my concentration. Which, by the way, holy shit, I need to roll that.
Yep.
29 divided by 2. No, I think I lose it on. Oh, I get +4. Sorry.
It is. Wait, it's half the. It's
half or 10. And
yeah,
20,
half or 10, whatever.
19.
Higher.
No, it's 19, right?
Yeah, so you're good.
I'm fine. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're good.
Carry on. Didn't mean to interrupt. Just realized I missed out.
All right, Lulu just moves forward. Glimmer, what would you like to do?
I will call out to the dog, but I thought all dogs go to heaven. For 5.
There you go. That one hurt.
Here
Right.
comes his wisdom
feels.
save.
That was a feels strain right there.
It
yeah.
fails. You killed the doggo.
Oh, you
With
son
the
of a
feels.
bitch. Good job.
Yeah,
Sonya,
yeah,
Sam,
so-
there's
Wings
just
just
there's
spout
a
out in
yelp,
little
there's
halo and he
a
rises.
and a blast of
That's
heat as it explodes in Sonya's face.
Oh god, it doesn't damage the eyebrows, does it?
No, your eyebrows are fine.
Oh,
All right.
good.
Well, Eclipsis,
Thank me.
you don't see any enemies anywhere, but you did see that Hamon was shot at.
Can I prep?
Yeah.
I'm
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stand on edge.
Yeah. What would you like to hold?
Spells, not fight. I would like.
By a vowel.
Can I do that? I'm actually gonna. Thunder.
Okay. So you're holding Thunderwave. Duly noted. Okay.
'Cause I don't know
Hamon,
what's coming.
what do you see, or what are you gonna do? You don't see anything.
Yeah, so then in that case, I'm going to use the action to move the Arcane Eye. And actually, can I determine where that shot came from since I blocked it?
Give me
At least generally.
just a
Yeah.
perception check.
19.
Yeah. Somewhere to the northeast of you.
I will send my Arcane Eye up to 30 feet in the northeast, looking. Well, I don't look through it, but I send it that direction to see if I get information.
Yep. You get nothing.
Nothing. And then I'll use, I guess, bonus action or free action if that's fine to turn around. There's still someone out there at the crossbow. They shot strings from the northeast. And I point in that direction.
Yeah, so
You're
you're
gonna
always
move.
receiving. You always receive the.
Yeah, it's just like it's basically a passive like drone. It's
Right.
kind of cool.
All right, cool.
You
So
got the SR-71 upgrade.
on your turn, Aphelion, you don't move just yet because it's
Okay.
whatever is out there's turn. Get back to where you were, dude. So, Sonya, you get another shot shoots at you. That advantage. A 12, which will hit you, right?
Well, it's 11, and I have a shield for +2, so it's 13 to hit.
Oh, okay. So that will miss.
Yeah.
Run
Somehow.
out with your underwear and your
Yeah.
shield.
Yeah. So no, you miss.
Catch you with my
It
cheeks.
misses.
Perfect.
It misses. But the arcane eye sees a strange-looking individual suddenly appear and then disappear, invisible.
Oh god.
Oh, can it see the invisible though? I think it might.
I think it sees
Nope.
like everything.
I,
I don't know.
I can look.
I look for
Oh,
that.
no. Yeah. So it's just but it's still a very powerful spell for that.
I'll show you. I'll quickly show you what it saw. A large individual with a crossbow in one hand, a fiendish-looking dagger in the other, big tusks coming out of its face, and then it just
Sick.
disappeared. Aphelion. Oh, and Eclipsis, you held your action. It does nothing because, you'll hold your action to your
Well,
turn.
I'm still holding.
Mhm.
I don't.
Can I point in the direction that I saw it?
Oh yeah, for sure. You point in the direction that it saw.
right. We'll move forward.
I won't
30
say anything about being invisible because I can't do that. Not on my turn, but I just point.
Do I see anything?
You look up. Give me a perception check. You see nothing.
Come on. What the fuck is going on with my rolls?
Mhm.
This is to make up for the like 12 crits.
Yeah, the
I
crits
got
that
in
you
the
happened last
few
time.
seconds.
No, so you see nothing. But you hear Hamon. This is like that like weird dark twilight where you're like looking out over the horizon. Hamon and Sonya are just like something shooting at us. I didn't see it. What are you doing?
Did I get a gauge of seeing the arrows come in and being an archer myself? The trajectory
Yeah,
and rough
you know it came from the northeast corner over here.
Do I know a rough distance though?
Sure.
Okay. I'd like to aim for the like where where I'd conceive the shot came from.
Yep, for sure.
And I will just shoot
Okay.
at disadvantage, I assume, to try and hit an invisible target.
Yep.
Disadvantage 14.
Nope.
I will hit the ground though, and I will hit bursting arrow.
Yep.
So, and if he's within 10 feet, he'll take 8.
All right. What's your second attack?
Did I see any reaction to like any like movement of stuff?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just take a second attack and hope I hit at disadvantage again.
Mhm. Okay.
18.
All right. Thuds
Does
into
it
the
hit?
ground.
Okay.
Okay, Sonya, naked boy. What are you doing?
I think I would be able to know kind of where the shot came from and just start walking over that way.
Okay.
Not even like running. I'm just gonna like strut forward, chest out, like what up.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Are you not entertained?
Do you hold any action?
I'll just so I'll move my 30 feet, then just ready to hit whatever's gonna come out.
Okay, Glimmer.
Hamon pointed to it, right?
Yeah, I'm still
I'm
like
pointing in
I'm
that
still
direction.
pointing the general direction I saw it,
Yeah, thank
which
you.
was I think northeast, but I don't remember.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
northwest.
northwest. Sorry, my bad.
Oh,
It's over
northwest.
here in the
Okay,
northwest.
so
Oh,
like,
northwest.
which room instead of north?
Okay,
Oh.
that changes where I would have moved then.
Well, yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever I was pointing at. Just
I would have gone.
All right.
So
Well,
there.
if I heard northwest, I will move up to Sonya or Hamon, and
keep an eye out for Kanye. You know.
as far as I can northwest at 60 feet, I will cast Fairy Fire.
Ooh, nice.
Throw on my body glitter.
All right, give me a
It's a very Kanye move of you.
I want you to take the drawing tool and draw exactly which square you want it centered on.
As far as I can, 60 feet this way. I heard northwest.
Okay, you did. Okay.
So
So
it's 20
right
feet?
right there.
20-foot cube in
Right?
the area.
So wait, that's 10 on the side, right? So it'd be like this.
So it'd be like this.
Yeah. 10-foot
Oh,
cube.
No, it's
Well,
not.
can you
right here.
can cast the corner of it?
Oh.
I think, can't you?
Well, I just casted it at its full 60-foot range.
Just watching
So,
these
yeah.
arrows
10-foot
like circle.
But it's not centered on a point, is it? Does it say centered?
I'm putting it right here.
Okay.
So you want it like there. You tell me where.
Right there.
There? Is that good?
Down one to the right. So right there, I guess, technically.
Alrighty. Hold concentration on your fairy fire.
I love that.
You don't see anything up here.
Okay.
Alrighty. Eclipsis, your held spell falters, so you spend that spell slot. What do you do now?
I have.
You have quite a few things that are.
Thunderwave is eight.
It is AoE, but Thunderwave is in front of you.
Oh.
Yeah. You have Lightning Bolt, which is a single line thing. You have Shatter, which is a long range, 60 foot away AoE, point of your choice. That's one thing there.
AO.
Shatter is in a 10-foot radius, so same thing. 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point. Yep.
Close again.
Okay.
I feel like that beat drop should have been your shatter cast right there.
Probably the best thing that you have. Yeah, because you can't see anything.
What, right on top of it?
Or in that area, sure.
Oh, we already know he was in the fairy fire area,
Yeah,
right?
nothing appeared in the
Well,
fairy fire.
he might have succeeded his dex save.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, there's a saving bonus.
Still, that being said, I'd probably just target it next to fairy fire instead of in it.
So what's 60 from me?
60 feet from you straight out is... 60 feet from you straight out is... there. Yep. Okay, so you center a shatter right here. Okay, so you center a shatter, casting shatter at that location. Ooh, that is a unfortunate roll.
That is
Yeah, that is, unfortunately. So you do 6 thunder damage. And...
This is a shattered mortar
It is a
drop symbol.
constitution save. It's, I mean, it is a save on this thing. Con save here. There is a save, but it does take half damage.
3.
No.
That's how many coins we gave to.
It is. You all see a thing appear.
Tootsie Road Pop.
Hey, there he is.
Oh, that is thick boy.
He's
Damn.
cuddly.
I thought he was just a little sneaky dude, but holy shit.
It was like skulls and a tusk for a face.
And like flashbangs
So
bandolier.
you literally see like the fucking like
Hands.
predator style fucking camouflage thing fade as he takes damage.
Oh, it was a pet. That hound was his pet, wasn't it? Yep.
All right, or do you move it all, Flipsis? Okay, Hamon.
Okay, I see him now. All right, let's see what I
You're,
got. I
sorry,
don't got
sorry,
much
Glimmer.
left.
Your fairy fire was literally just out of range.
Oof.
Mondo oof.
Yeah, I gotta look at my spell list. I got a few spells left. Wait a minute. I have my level 5 spell slot left, so we're gonna have some fun with this thing.
Okay.
I am. Let me check. How far is it? Oh, I can move. So I should. Oh, I kind of need a step forward, and then I'm gonna cast telekinesis on him.
Okay.
6th level, and I'm trying to lift him off the ground.
Nice.
And then I think I can start pulling him towards me, but main thing is just starting him off the ground. to begin
All right,
with.
what's the save?
So it is a DC 17 range. But no, I don't have my dice back yet.
You do not. You haven't portented it again.
I did portent, but they don't count yet. So, yeah, DC 17.
Strength check.
Strength check.
Strength check. Nailed it.
Fuck that guy.
Yep, fuck him in particular. He looks at you angrily, and he's going to take a shot at you.
Alright.
Does not have advantage this time because he's not invisible.
Gotcha.
10. Dude cannot fucking roll to save his life.
Yeah, even without magic armor, he misses.
Okay. He then disappears again. Yep. You watch as the active predator camouflage disappear, or fucking goes. His predator camouflage goes back on as he moves somewhere else.
Can I do a perception check again?
Not on your on your turn? Sure. You want to try to track him? Are you
Also,
still maintaining Sorry, Glimmer. Are you still maintaining the fairy fire even though it didn't hit anything? Probably not, right?
I don't think it does anything if
Okay.
after
Yeah,
the cast.
All right.
But
Make
wait,
a perception check.
Telekinesis is also concentration, and I can keep doing this each turn for 10 minutes. So just put that.
Keep
on
it
you.
up. Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna keep it up.
17.
Okay.
Probably not enough
You see that he has. You see Let me let me look up something really quick.
Because invisibility, I think, is your spell save DC, like, for whether or not they notice you. I don't know if it's the invisibility spell, but I think that's how invisibility spell works.
For what? Sorry, I missed.
I think the
Looking at-
invisibility spell, if I'm not mistaken, is whether or not you're noticed by a perception check is your spell save DC.
There's nothing about that in the spell.
I'm pretty sure
No?
invisibility means you just don't get detected,
No,
right?
I'm looking at this. It says an invisible creature is impossible to see without the aid of magical or special sense. For the purpose of
Yeah.
hiding, the creature is heavily obscured. The creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or by tracks it leaves. Attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and perception for listening and looking for
Right.
footprints.
yeah. So it's
You're moving.
yeah. So you give me the perception check. I mean, look, what is?
I guess actually I'd move 30 feet closer just because that'll give me a better chance of hearing and seeing footprints.
Yeah.
He's a big boy, so I imagine
No,
he makes
you
big
you
footprints.
definitely see his footprints, and you see where the general area where he would be for sure.
Okay, so I can do I attack normally then?
No, you attack it. He's still invisible, so it's still
Still
disadvantage. But
disadvantage?
I'm
Okay.
allowing you to attack him at disadvantage.
Got it. Okay.
Have a better chance
Okay,
because you know what
18.
direction.
Okay,
Perfect.
that will hit him.
Perfect. So that does 18. And I'm going to put an arcane shot into him and radiant arrow.
Okay.
For another 10.
All right, so you deal 18 to him. Then an
Plus another
additional 10. Dope.
And is he visible now?
Oh yeah. As soon as he takes damage, the invisibility
Oh,
goes
perfect.
away.
Second attack is at normal then.
Yes, it is.
28
Yes, that will hit.
for an additional 18. So, damn. That's 46 damage that turn.
Okay, yeah. Give me a quick moment.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a bunch of damage. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Cool.
Oh wait. Action surge. Let's do
Okay.
it again.
So sorry. What was the second attack? How much was the second one?
So so it was 18, then 10, then 18, and also he needed to make a DC 15 wisdom save.
Oh,
Or
so
be
he's not
blinded.
blinded. Okay.
Yeah.
He has advantage on this. Wisdom. Boosh. 424. Yep.
Yeah, that'll make it.
Mhm.
All right, and then 2 more attacks at him because I can see him now. So
Yes,
I'm
you
going
can.
to action surge.
Okay.
So
Not at advantage. 24 hits.
24 and 18.
Okay, both hit.
So it's gonna be
Wow.
22 and 22.
Okay, big damage. Alrighty. Cool.
90 damage that turn.
Sonya, you now see him visible. Your naked self. You could maybe get close to him. What are you gonna do?
I think that since I'm, let me measure up. Yeah, since I am now naked, and it's just kind of one of those like, you're huge. That means you have huge guts. I'm gonna just kind of start glowing, like my feet will start glowing, and I'll like cast haste on myself.
Okay. So naked, hasted, perfect.
And then I'm just
Yeah.
gonna run up to him.
Three
I'll give him my
adjectives
60 feet.
to describe
All right.
Sonya.
So you run up close to him. Okay. Lulu stays where she is. Glimmer. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you know I'm gonna throw some more of that glitter. Run forward a bit,
Glitter time.
and
Hell
yeah,
yeah, my man.
Flash it on everybody.
I'll go one farther so I can actually get it outside of Sonya's range.
Like that.
Down one, left one.
Okay. He will have a save at advantage. Dexterity, right?
Solid.
Yes.
Okay. Hits it.
Cool.
Damn.
Sonya, clap them cheeks. Inspiration.
Okay, Sonya gets inspiration. Very good.
Clap.
This is gonna be
cheek
so.
slap.
This is gonna be so silly. Okay, cool. Butt cheek slap. Eclipsis,
No,
what are you gonna do?
Broken heart. Right?
He's still
Like,
visible.
it's-
He's not. He's not lit up, but he's visible.
Okay. I mean, I'm closer. Probably.
Where?
Yeah.
Here?
No.
Okay.
And then
Hmm.
I will. Oh yeah, you went.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Can I throw out an idea?
I'm throwing an idea. I have another.
Witch bolt.
I was actually gonna try whole.
Yeah, both of those would be good. My
Okay.
thought with witch bolt is you stay tethered. We can see where he is at all times.
Oh, that's so true. Can we? Like, is that how that works?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it's a directional thing. It's
Like,
still
and,
so
but I
here's
mean- but
here's
I
the
mean, is
just
it-
like rules as written mechanics. You'll know where he is, so like AOE stuff can still hit him very easily. Like if anybody wants to throw out AOE, great. But
he
for the
won't be
purposes of
visible.
like shooting a shot or attacking him, he would still, if he decides to go invisible, he's still invisible, and he's treated as such.
Gotcha.
But you'd be
Gotcha.
able to center an AOE.
Oh yeah,
something.
easily knowing where he is. Yeah,
And a lot of us have.
if you
that
want to.
possibility.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mind Spike's a good choice.
Give
too.
me, show me the hold on.
DC 16, and then he'll be paralyzed.
And if he's paralyzed,
Yep. Correct.
okay. Up.
Work point. You have no luck die. But you can use
Yeah, what
your sorceress. You can do
Like, is there something I can do that makes me fail a wisdom?
no. Oh, no. Actually, interestingly, you didn't. I was gonna say the hex doesn't go anywhere because you didn't see any target
No.
when the thing died.
I couldn't.
You have
Yeah, it's
meta
gone.
magic twin spell and empowered spell. So you could do empowered spell, which is reroll a number of damage
No.
dice. Nope. So you have nothing that can help
That
here.
would have been helpful.
Yeah, for shatter.
Sad ass shatter.
But no, you have nothing else you can really do
Okay,
here.
I'll do witch bolt.
So you shoot out a witch bolt at it. At what level?
4.
Yep.
Because I have 3 spell slots.
That
Four.
misses it.
Bitch. Does not.
It absolutely
Try
does.
again. I have sorcery points. What can I do with my sorcery?
Unfortunately, not that.
Yep.
I
That's a
have
ruffle, man.
advantage.
No. Yes, you
Advantage
do,
after
and your
all.
Because of
advantage, and your
inspired-
advantage, and your
God damn
advantage
it.
still
God
was
damn
not
it.
good enough.
No. Let me try that again.
Unfortunately,
What are my sorcery points? I want to see my sorcery
empowered
points.
spell and twin spell.
I
No.
want to know what the fuck I could do. No, there's also sorcerer's fortitude.
Yes, which is you can spend to regain temporary hit points equal to the total rolled.
And then imbuing touch.
Yep, that is. All of these are out of combat.
And then
Flexible, and then empowering reserves. You can make an ability check on your turn. You can spend 2 sork points to gain advantage on them.
God damn it.
No, you didn't take the one that gives you
God
reroll
fucking
stuff.
damn it.
All right, Hamon.
Yep. I'm going to go
I
ahead.
just wasted a level 4 spell slot.
Seeing
Yeah.
him.
Mark that.
What's the best damage? 66.
Big boy.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Sorry.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
Oh, it's exactly the same. Okay. I'm casting fireball.
Mumbler.
Yeet. I'm throwing this behind him.
Okay.
Because I have, what's the range of this thing? It's 120 feet? 150 feet. Wow. Yeah. So it's going to be beyond it. So the edge of the explosion
Just
is
catches
behind
his
him and
asshole. Got it.
Yep. Burning that that booty. For 30, DC 17 deck save.
Nice.
Giving him the old curry
Saves,
asshole.
and he'll take half the and he'll take a quarter of that damage.
This
Oh
boy.
no, he doesn't
Yeah,
have
'cause,
resistance though. I still have the fire thing.
Yeah.
So you should take half damage.
But he is immune to fire.
Oh, he's immune to fire. Okay, yeah, he takes quarters. That sucks. That's 7.
Yep, 7 damage. Okay.
Oh god.
And then I will. I'll go ahead and move closer. I'll use my movement. I'm feeling brave. And then. Oh! Bonus action. Oh, how much? I could get close enough though. Actually, where was I? I was here.
Mm-hmm.
Go here. It's just out of range, isn't he? Wait, no. If I go here. Wait a minute. Hold on. There's got to be a way this works. I was not that far away. I should have calculated this before I moved. Wait, no, I was here. So I moved 15. Oh. Oh, that works. Okay, so I move here. Bonus action, and I yeet my dagger at him. Yep. Right next to him, and it goes stab. Wait, that's not the right thing. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna make it a mage hand thingy because I want to have this little dude here.
Oh,
I like it.
that's kind of cute. It's like
party dude.
it's like if
let's make it
Ori
more
and the
fiendish.
Addams Family, you know?
I think it's yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, even better.
Dancing Devil attack hits.
19 hits. Perfect. Unless he's a celestial or a fae, it's 6
Nope,
damage.
6 damage. Okay. Very good.
Alright.
Okay. Up next is his turn. So he is going to. He is not stoked that he got his tail burned. So you watch as he disappears. He turns invisible for the moment.
I should have used the other thing. Okay. Yep.
Fine, you take attack opportunity.
Yeah, he could.
Disadvantage?
He moves out of your. Let me just look this up.
You just like guess.
I mean, yeah, it would be
Yeah,
a
but
disadvantage.
Well, because I
pretty
mean,
good
if he turns
D&D.
invisible, couldn't you like automatically just wipe out?
No, because it's not. You're not casting a ranged spell. It's just a spell.
Yeah, you don't see him. So you can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature that you can see moves out of your reach. You don't see him. So Sonya, your nakedness, you're suddenly blind. You don't know where the guy went, and then he suddenly appears in front of Hamon.
Oh, rude boy.
Yeah, and at advantage as he comes out of stealth here.
Of course he does. Yep.
Is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna shield that because that's gonna hit me regardless. Is
Right,
there
so
anything I
you
can do to mitigate
take 10 slashing damage,
that?
and
Okay.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, because I still have thing. Oh, there's probably more to this too, but
Okay, so
10.
you fail the con save.
am I within? If I'm within this?
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Okay.
And you take 28 poison damage.
Night.
Oh,
I collapse to the ground.
Okay.
I feel so good, Mr.
I'm
Sonya,
thinking
my name is Sonya.
Okay, so your dagger goes like just flies back to your waist. Swing.
It stabs me in the dick as I try to
You
fall
die.
over.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Aphelion.
I see him below me. I'm
Yep.
going to shoot at him twice because I can see him.
15 will miss, 18 will hit.
For 18. Oh. Do I have a bonus action? Probably not.
Tanya, you move it all, Aphelion?
I will move 30 feet up.
Okay, so you're up at 60 now, up in the air.
Yes.
Okay, Sonya, you see this big fucking beefy dude take down your bro.
Oh man, that's just not right. I mean, we also kind of like, oh, that's not cool. I was gonna beat that nerd up, sort of thing. Gonna run up here,
God damn it.
Okay,
and then I'm just gonna, like,
swing twice.
how could you possibly run away from this? Yeah, just
Wait, sorry,
miss.
was that Sonya or was that John?
So that's that's an 11 to miss.
I don't think that's.
Oh,
gonna-
but if you do you want to use your inspiration?
Yeah, we'll go for it. It's D8, right?
D8, yeah.
Sha.
You hit.
Sha.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 8 bludgeoning damage.
Then I'll do the next one.
22 hits
Yeah, it does.
for another
Explode
10.
'em.
And
Okay,
then I'll do
as a
I have
reaction-
one more from. Well, I have him hasted, so. I have
Oh
another
yeah, but it
attack.
doesn't matter. As a reaction,
Oh, okay.
you hear everybody but Sonya understands this, and Glimmer, what's your father's name?
Steven.
That's a good name. Steve. Steve is good.
Steve.
Okay.
No, it's
We
Adam.
don't need to know it now. Basically,
Yeah.
in Infernal, he says that name sends his regards.
We'll say Russia.
Oh damn.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no!
So you
Rashad?
watch as he pulls the pin on that bandolier across his chest.
It was a okay. So that's not just artwork. That's literally his. Oh my god.
Yep. All right. So I need everybody within 30 feet of him.
Hey,
So-
good thing I went up another 30.
Well, that's cool.
That's
that puts me
everybody.
down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All of us.
So that is everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
So I just take 2 death saves, right?
You're gonna take 2 death saves automatically. Yeah.
Or is it one because it's not a crit?
Is it a crit?
No, you're
Oh,
right.
because
It's not a crit.
me-
It's
yeah,
just
it's not a melee attack.
we were thinking about this before. It's not a crit, so it's not 2. It's just damage, so it'll be 1. But okay, everybody except for Aphelion needs to give me a. No, he's 60 feet in the air.
Oh, right.
Yep. I'm a tall boy. I'm tall
Alright.
both IRL and in game right now.
So there's oops. So this is did everybody roll? Oh no, I need to roll for a flip
You need to
sis,
roll for
and you're going to be at advantage here.
Thank you, Root of all Beers.
Dexterity at advantage is a 17. Nice. Okay. So first is you take
So I saved.
yes, you do save 9 fire damage, followed by 13 poison damage.
Is that
No, sorry, thunder damage. So let's see. Sonya plus 4 on that is a save. Glimmer is a fail, and Hamon just takes a death save or a death fail.
Yeah, I just thought over like
and
ragdoll
a
around a little
Flipsis will take.
9?
So no, so a Flipsis saves, but then we'll take.
9, so
So 2, so -2, and then half of the poison, so 6. Okay, Glimmer, you take the full. So you take a full, whatever that is.
Yeah, I took the 13 and half the fire.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. And then yeah, Sonya, you take half of all of that.
Sure.
Okay. He just explodes. Yeah, you take 11. So this guy explodes, detonating everything that was on him.
Rip.
Shame.
Yeah.
I wanted that crossbow.
Yeah, Loop Goblin Dream has been destroyed.
Yeah, so his dagger, and his crossbow are destroyed in that. So, all right, Sonya,
for
that was your
completion,
second
please,
attack.
like-
It's now Lulu's turn. It's now Glimmer's turn. Glimmer, you see, you recover after just like wiping off the bones and guts of this thing, and you see Hamon bleeding out on the ground.
For story's sake, the name he would have yelled out would have been Rashad. Rashad.
Okay.
Rush up.
Yeah, so he said Rashad sends his regards.
And then, after kind of being staggered for a minute, I'll call out the Hamon.
Oh yeah,
Your
we just
Inquisition
have that.
doesn't
We
end
just
yet.
have that fucking like typical military fucking movie thing of just like flashbang ringing noise, like. Yeah.
that was it.
Hamon, the Inquisition doesn't end here. Healing word.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So
Alright.
your life floods back into you, Hamon, as you gain back that 8 HP, gasping for air, your ears ringing as well, spit up blood.
Oh, jiggle the monitor, single the.
As you just see that there's just like a detonation of gore and blood right there.
I got ahead of myself a little bit. I should never get that close to these things. Okay, thank you, whoever brought me back. That hurt. Okay, I'm gonna have to sleep this off.
The last thing
Wait,
I would
where's
say
Churro?
is
Shit.
yeah, Churro's
I-
gone.
Yeah, and he died
Sure
earlier.
died a while ago.
Yeah, he died a while ago. That's right.
So, Glimmer, That's the last kind of lingering shot is on you. So what would Glimmer's reaction be with hearing his father's name?
Probably staring just like past everybody, like just way beyond, not literally like 1,000-yard stare. Like
We're team
the
1,000-yard
fuck?
stare today. God damn.
Yeah.
I will drop down from my perch of flying above everything, and I'm actually gonna reach out and touch Hamon and bump him up with fucking 11 more, just to be
Cool. So I can be. I'm back to half my HP already, just from those two.
Wait, and here's another one. I'm gonna healing hands you for another additional.
I feel like you're just showing off
9.
now because we're about to sleep this one off.
I'm
But, you
gonna
know.
squash down and
jerking
walk
off
my
Hamon
muscle
right
over
now.
to you. Heal you.
Just
No,
a
it's
happy
more
ending
of
from getting
a-
knocked
more
down.
of a,
Like
I don't know what is going on more.
11 actually puts me at nearly max HP.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
You know, just-
alternative title of this episode is Mommy Issues, Daddy Issues.
Nice.
Yes.
Or hell, Jerry Springer edition.
Yeah. And that's where so Glimmer, you're just like 1,000-yard stare, like on your knees or just kind of like standing there staggering.
Would you explain
on the
what
knees.
or for those of us who aren't good at Infernal, would you explain what was said?
Yeah, Sonya's just
Not
like,
at
he
the
said something
moment.
funny.
Yeah. I would say I don't know who this Rashad is. But apparently he's out to get us now.
And I was out cold, so I didn't hear.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, that knocked me. No, I was already out cold. Never mind.
You were out.
Like,
You
the
were.
Right.
Glimmer
see,
tell
'cause
us
I'm
that
kind of
he
a-
recognizes the name.
Right? Like,
I mean, you'd look over. It's probably. I don't know if Glimmer's hiding this at all.
No, I'm not like, oh, don't look at me.
Yeah. Okay, so this is pretty apparent, Glimmer.
like your reaction.
After like a few seconds, I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility on myself and walk back to the car.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So he just pops out of existence, and that's where we'll end it. As Glimmer just suddenly just disappears. Hamon's sitting up, like literally, you watching his like this wound close up on his chest where he was stabbed by that dagger, wiping off the blood and gore of this devil who literally exploded.
Can you go to the spell list real quick?
Yeah.
I like how you just preemptively were like, you don't get the loot. Fuck off.
No, but I mean, if you look at looking at that, that's the kind of interesting thing about this
It's
encounter.
in the spell.
It's
Yeah.
in the spell itself.
It is messy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
was
what
that
mess?
written into the campaign, or did you write that up?
What do you mean?
The character, the encounter. Like,
Oh,
was
this is part of y'all's backstory and stuff.
Yeah. That's what
Oh.
I figured. I could tell by the art, it was a thing you made.
No, this is a real mob.
Oh, this is a real mob.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I, as Glimmer does that, would I have been able to see, because it looks
You
like
can attempt to send a message. I would say you can definitely send a message to Glimmer. It's up to him whether or not he responds.
he doesn't
I'm
need
like,
to
I'm
respond.
like kicking dust and stuff, so you can see my footsteps walking away, but it's not like.
Yeah,
Like,
but I
oh,
feel like
God.
I would have been looking in because you and I are still kind of in the same range, whereas the other three, well, I mean, Aphelion maybe, but
I was busy writing Hamon.
this
so.
is like the counterintuitive piece to Eclipsis, because she doesn't actually give two shits about other people. But that was just so opposite of what I've seen Glimmer doing that it weirded me the fuck out. And I'll be like, yo, save a seat in the car. Like, and I'll
I'm gonna
just
take my cup holder.
point, like,
You get
not-
the mental image of a thumbs up.
yeah,
Yeah.
not anything like, yo, I'm here for you if you need anything. Like, because I don't know what the fuck's going on, but obviously something is happening, and I'm just like, that's weird, and I'm just gonna be like, you know, Well, I don't know. Did you turn around before you went invisible, like back towards the cars, or were you?
You can clearly like, see like the footsteps. I'm like kicking rocks and shit.
Okay, so it's
It's
clear that
clearly
you're
back.
heading back in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like point at you and send you a message, just like.
I like how
say-
the end of this session was just like showing off new stuff we have.
I've had greater invisibility for a few levels.
Oh, have you?
I had
yeah,
messaged
none of
this
this is-
entire time.
None of this is new. It's just things that haven't been used.
Yeah, you haven't
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
Like,
Arcane
I
I
had
haven't had for a
messaged
while.
since
If I
the
needed later
first
stuff.
day.
So this is that's where we'll end it for the evening here. As the group kind of gets back into their cars, you'll complete your long rests and you'll start off fresh. We'll figure things out if there's any kind of post conversations that you guys want to have as you guys like
But
wake
no.
in the morning.
As a part of message, does Glimmer respond at all?
He said he responds with like a mental thumbs up.
Yeah, you get a thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, thumbs up emoji.
I get like the K.
The K. Yeah, just the K, just a straight
K.
K.
It's slightly better being left on red. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the night or your long rest completes. Everybody heals up, get your spell slots back, and all that stuff. And then there's just a lingering
Oh, never mind, I already-
lingering thought in Glimmer's head of what it means that seems like this hunter that was after them was sent by his father. That's where we'll end.
Oh man, we're going some fun places.
Hey, Glimmer heard about I'm going fucking Jerry Springer show.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but it's also that I like one. The dude didn't get to fucking. I was bummed that he didn't get to actually land a crossbow bolt at all. Like the fuck.
How
So-
much would it have done?
Well, no. So he has the brass crossbow bolt. Like he should have been fucking swinging with that thing, but he just couldn't.
Oh,
So
it was
he has a +7 to hit on that. So he was just rolling really poorly. So he gets to choose a thing that happens, and this is part of the crossbow's like properties, which is like
oh man, so you had to like
yeah.
disarm him before he dies or something. to
yeah,
get this thing.
there's if you had killed him,
Mm.
he has that thing when he drops. Anytime he drops below 15 HP, he can if he still has his reaction, he can just blow up.
Oh, so you have to
Now,
like
if he
try
had
to.
like 16 HP and we did 16 to him, would he be able to react?
No. Not at all.
Okay, so you had to burst through that last 15.
Yep.
You can't get him under 15. I
Yeah.
see.
So that was
How
like
much-
just
how
literally
much
the
HP
rolls,
did
the
he have?
unfortunate rolls of because then honestly, Porkins, I was waiting for you to say you smite because that would have done something differently.
Well, so I was gonna spend on that last one, but yeah.
Right.
it was-
Yeah, no, but you just damaged like you didn't know. So it's
Yeah,
like you just damaged him
character.
just to enough. He was still alive and you're just like, "Okay, I'm going to use my hasted action to attack again." I'm like, "But he blows up." So he has this. He has tracking heal for the next 24 hours. He knows the direction and distance of the target as long as it's in the same plane of existence. So of course these are all a saving throw. Actually, no, that's not even a saving throw. That just hits and he does that. Once per day, he can do paralysis, 4d10 lightning damage, and a DC 17 con save, or be paralyzed for a minute.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Entanglement, DC 17 dex save, or restrained for 1 hour by strands of sticky webbing, DC 17 to get out. Concussion, the target and creatures within 20 feet of it must make a DC 17 or take 2d12 thunder damage.
Okay.
Blindness, 1d10
20 feet, though.
radiant, and all of the creatures also within 20 feet. And then acid,
Flashbang, yeah.
target makes DC 17 con save or takes 5d6 acid damage on a failed save.
I like
Those
the idea of like, so Glimmer's dad sends an assassin to kill him in hell. It's like, what? Killed
That
you
is
in
not
hell.
going to be as friendly of a family reunion as we just had, I feel.
Yeah,
The
someone's
also
probably not getting a
realistic,
blanket.
like the realistic thing also is he probably doesn't know I'm here. Specifically.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
surprising.
I imagine it was we've made noise. He
Yeah.
is like
Go kill those thieves.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's the thing. we're probably gonna
There's a
have lot of these
specific
issues.
thing that we
Mhm.
spoke about before the break that kind of links to why this happened.
Yeah.
Hmm.
wait. I'm thinking.
I think you're the. Everybody else was like, "Yup, I got it."
I-
What?
yeah,
What?
I mean, it's like,
Gears are going.
Hey, I'm on like 2 hours of sleep last night. So
It's
She
literally
literally said,
has to
like-
do with you, Aphelion.
Yeah. Did you tell titties to Gorgon today?
oh wait, yeah, no. Did I, so wait, have I actually mentioned
There's-
Gargoth's name to him?
There is. I mean, you can expect that. Like all telepathic communication is monitored within Hell. You gotta
They
expect
already
that.
won it.
Yeah, you gotta expect that there at least was something that like whatever NSA, FBI, whatever the fuck, whoever was wiretapping these telepathic things, words definitely got
Patriot
out
Act, yeah.
at this point.
They definitely know I have Gargoth.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as a group, I don't know if we know that in.
No, you definitely
character.
don't. But this is something that's a great like this is a really good thing to talk about like the next time. Like, how did they know?
So here's straight up the thing: is we're keeping Gargoth because I need to shame him more.
Well,
see about that.
Well, no,
That's
even,
not
but,
that's
like,
not going to change anything anyway.
yeah. At this point, it's not changing
Yeah.
anything. I mean,
I mean,
he
I already
he
have
literally
another-
sent the Orthon is a fucking really cool creature because it is his like the bio and info of this thing is the Archduke of the Nine. When an Archduke of the Nine Hells needs a creature tracked, found, and either done away with or captured, the task usually falls upon an Orthon. Orthons are the infernal bounty hunters, tireless in their pursuit of their quarry across the multiverse. Yeah.
Oh, these
It's
are like the
Wild Hunt.
These are like
Yeah.
those lizard dudes from the Star Wars universe.
Yeah,
Fuck, what are they
unseen and
called?
all-seeing. Orthons are infamous for their sharp senses because an Orthon can become
Yeah.
invisible at will. It had that as a bonus action. It should just become invisible. Its quarry is often unaware of it being hunted until the Orthon strikes. The Orthon invisibility can be disrupted when the devil is attacked, however, so a strong counterattack is often the best defense against it. And this is the thing that's really interesting. Sporting chance. Orthons value the challenge of a chase and the thrill of one-on-one combat above all else. An Orthon's first loyalty is to its Archduke, but if it has no immediate assignment, an Orthon might work for anybody who offers it the promise of a worthy struggle against a lethal foe. Because they travel widely, Orthons are unequaled as guides through the layers of the Nine Hells.
Oh, cool. We could potentially find one.
Yeah.
You know, we got some cash if we're
my
looking for bounty
future
hunters.
best
You know.
friend.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll save. I'm going to save this so we can actually... I'll show you
Yes.
this.
Still got plans for your shield there, Destroy, though. Just saying.
Toast that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since you killed a bunch of villagers, that's been on my back. My
Yeah.
back burner.
Same.
I did not kill a bunch of villagers. They walked into my fire.
They wandered into my fireball range.
Yeah. It's
They were
not
being
my
awful loud
fault.
for someone within fireball range.
Oh boy.
You know, you could. I think
I
it's
still-
one time you could literally say, "Tell that to the judge."
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well,
You just
we'll,
gave me an idea.
We'll pick that up. We'll pick that up next.
I'm gonna
Wait,
tell
wait,
your
is
mom.
someone
your
gonna
mom.
tattle on me tomorrow?
Funny thing is that like I honestly think that Adelphi wouldn't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I already got that. I got that set. Like it's collateral's not an issue.
If you couldn't tell, her alignment is definitely not good.
nope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What?
No, she's not good at all. She's not a good alignment.
It is neutral.
No.
Yeah, I think she is the
might
definition.
say.
She is the
Lawful
definition of lawful neutral. If you look up,
Yep.
Yeah.
go look up lawful neutral. It is literally called the judge.
She's
Yeah, well,
basically
there you
she's hella Javert, but less engaging, but more. I don't know. I got nothing
Yeah.
there.
Uh-huh.
So next time your homies will head to Archon's place, and that should be some fun shit there. And yeah, we'll pick up on that next Tuesday, and then we're gonna pick up on the start of Tyranny of the Dragon Queen this Thursday.
I gotta do a few more things, and I got some questions.
I
need
gotta
to-
talk like I gotta figure
I'm-
out how I gotta talk.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm good to answer questions right now if you wanna.
Well, no, it's mechanical stuff I need to figure out. It's not like background stuff.
Gotcha.
It's send me a link again. Just like send in Discord or something. But the companion thing.
Yeah.
I didn't add that. I need to get that all sorted.
Da.
And I'll probably message you tomorrow as I fill out all the rest of that for Thursday. Plus character art and name and all that good stuff. I'll do it tomorrow. I just didn't have any time today.
Yep. Here we go. There it is. Sidekicks.
All right. We will
Alright.
we will pick up on this next week. Thank you guys for a solid session, and take it easy.
All right. That was fun.
Bye.
Night, everybody.
All right. That has been our session here. Derpy was with me on screen tonight. It's pretty good until she starts singing random songs into the mic when I'm trying to narrate stuff.
Go into the chapel.
This will work out fine as long as you don't do your singing.
No, I also think so I jumped on like this because I was out there making a sign for
No.
right.
Well, a friend of ours. We were making a sign for a friend of ours.
And so I was just listening on my phone, and so I jumped in, but I didn't want to like log into Roll20, log into all that shit. Like, this works, but I don't like the idea of sitting behind the DM screen because there's a piece of it that's like I could see where the invisible guy was.
Yeah.
For a period, and I am trying so hard not to meta that shit. And I don't like that. So like I'd prefer to be on my
That's my concern, yeah.
own. I mean, I don't feel like
No, it was
like,
fine. And I know you could still play it like truthfully of like
I feel like I
but
don't
she could see where the
I don't-
Orthon. She could see where I was moving
Yeah.
the Orthon.
like I
around.
don't enjoy knowing more than I should.
That fight could have gone completely in the other direction, but holy fuck. He didn't fucking hit anything. Even with advantage out of invisibility, he couldn't fucking hit shit. On a naked Sonya and a fucking wizard. At least he downed Hamon. I'm glad he actually got somebody down. I was expecting that fight is a hard, that's nuts. That fight's a hard fight. That's a hard fight at full full resources. Yeah, at full resources. And
Like,
you guys
I had no luck points. I was so pissed
Oh,
off at
also,
that.
and I buffed him to max HP
Ugh.
mid fight because I was looking at the HP and I was just like, they're gonna burn an action surge fighter will burn through stuff very easily. Like as soon as Gastroy could hit him for like shots in a row, that was like 40 something. Yeah, he did 90 damage in a round. That was nuts.
But that's the thing. Like
It's interesting that the Orphan doesn't have multi-attack, though.
I like to, from the perspective of, for example, like I saw, I glance up because I'm map and I see the HP of Hellhound or I see.
It's tough to not know.
It's hard to ignore that, but at the same time, I don't let that impact my next. Like I'm not going to down my next. Just because they're only at 8. I'm gonna take that. Like I don't know. That's when we ask, like, how are they looking? How are they? If I decide to upcast or but I don't like seeing behind it. I don't fun for me. I don't like knowing more than I should. But at the same time, I'm generally enough that I don't. I'm still gonna do what I want.
Yeah.
Not what I think a character was. So, but ideally, I'd have my own laptop here. I could. I have my whole setup.
Right there.
Literally.
I think you'd be fine. I don't think it would
pick
up any. It wouldn't pick up anything. It'd be fine.
The only thing that annoys.
Think so?
No, the only thing that annoys having to do like a hotkey.
You wouldn't have to do that.
I absolutely.
Why?
You are heard on my mic 100% of the time.
Oh yeah, you would hear me.
I'd hear. Not that it would.
Yeah, you're right. It's the. Yeah, you'd have to have a
So I
We could
have
set
to
up.
have a hotkey.
So here's the thing. My hotkey is tilde.
No, but the other thing, I just had a laptop, a mouse.
Yeah, that could work.
That's all I really.
Move the mic slightly closer. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, we could make that work.
Oh no, she
Oh.
means right. Sorry, I'm not loud enough.
But yeah, the crossbow bolts per round were Orthans are really cool. There's an encounter in the optional Avernus encounters, Jamie, or from that like DM's Guild one, that that is an Orthan finds them. It's from the whatever encounters in Avernus. An Orphan can find them and give them, because there's that little like anecdote, which is like the sporting chance thing. The Orphan is just like, you guys seem like good prey. I'll give you an hour head start, and I'm gonna hunt you. Like that's the encounter, which is really cool. Like, Orphans are.
That'd be fun. Could I do a mind spike on that?
Yeah.
And then be like, I know where they are.
Yeah. No, you totally
He can't do that shit to me.
Also, I just find it funny that
so
I was
cool.
like, well, it'll be an Orphan. I was like, and I wanted to have a pet, so we just gave the Hellhound. You guys just roasted the Hellhound before it could even get close.
If they piss off Maggie.
Yeah. Oh,
We're
yeah,
never
yeah.
gonna piss off Maggie.
No, but Orphans are great because they're bounty hunters that just go after whoever the fuck
See,
is.
that's why I love the idea of a bounty hunter. That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was. That's why I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'll join your crew of neutral shit because fuck that.
Buddy, we'll take you out later.
But they're not evil.
Orphans?
Neutral. No. Sorry, Aphelian's mommy.
Oh, they're not, and they're not evil. No, they're not neutral evil. But I mean, actually, no, they are. Some of them are.
Because that's what I currently am.
Yeah.
Because I'm a chaotic neutral in like the real world, but I'm like cusping what is the is it neutral evil?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't sound right. What's that? Neutral
You're
evil?
Yeah.
Neutral evil is what
Yeah.
it's called?
Lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil.
But I'm a chaotic neutral.
You're chaotic neutral said that you're best fit.
A true neutral. What is like the mid character? A true neutral. Okay, so neutral. Okay,
You're
for
NE,
some
you're NE.
for some reason for some reason I was like neutral is not the right word in that axis. You Borderlandsing it now?
Well, because there's this thing.
Go.